You think of rain as cool, gentle water falling from the sky, a soft rhythm that nurtures life across our planet. But a world exists where the heavens unleash storms of molten rock, where oceans are made of lava, and the air itself is stone. Initial report classified under Exoplanetary Observation File, K2-141b. The subject displays characteristics that defy conventional atmospheric models. Orbital telemetry confirms an ultra-short period of approximately 6.7 hours, suggesting extreme proximity to its host star. This proximity results in a tidally locked state, one hemisphere perpetually scorched by stellar radiation, while the other remains in eternal darkness. Analysis of the dayside temperature suggests a surface environment hot enough to vaporize rock, turning solid ground into a gaseous shroud. Initial hypotheses pointed to a barren, superheated rock, but the data suggested something far stranger, far more active. The planet is not merely hot. It appears to be caught in a cycle of geological processes occurring on an atmospheric scale. Further observation was requested to confirm the presence of an atmosphere, though its composition remained a terrifying mystery. The star it orbits, a brilliant orange dwarf, relentlessly bombards the planet's surface with unyielding energy. There is no day or night cycle here, only a permanent, glaring noon on one side, and an endless frozen midnight on the other. The line between these two extremes, the Terminator Zone, is a region of perpetual twilight, where the sky glows with borrowed heat. Early models struggled to reconcile the planet's mass with its apparent brightness, indicating a highly reflective surface. That reflective surface was not ice, nor was it metallic cloud cover as seen on other worlds. It was something far more primal. The data was logged, cross-referenced, and checked for anomalies. There were no errors in the readings. The planet was real. This was not just another super-Earth discovery. It was a glimpse into a form of planetary existence previously confined to theory. A world where the very ground beneath your feet could boil away into the sky, only to return as a storm of solid matter. The first report concluded with a single, chilling annotation. Conventional meteorology does not apply here. The silence of the observation deck was broken only by the hum of machinery processing this impossible data. Every new packet of information painted a more extreme, more alien picture of this tormented world. The sheer energy output from the star upon this small planet was enough to power entire civilizations for millennia. Here, that energy was simply an engine of geological chaos, endlessly recycling the planet's crust. The preliminary findings were passed to the atmospheric composition team for deeper spectral analysis. What they would find would not only confirm the initial theories, but also deepen the unsettling mystery of K2-141b, a world locked in a fiery embrace with its sun, screaming silently across the vast, cold emptiness of space. The team prepared the spectrograph, aiming to dissect the faint light filtering through the planet's bizarre exosphere. They were searching for the chemical fingerprints of gases, the building blocks of a familiar sky. Instead, they found the spectral signatures of minerals, of solid matter existing in a state of perpetual vapor. The report read like a geologist's inventory, not an atmospheric scientist's. Sodium, silicon monoxide, elements of rock. There was no trace of water vapor, no carbon dioxide, none of the familiar compounds that define a habitable atmosphere. The conclusion was inescapable. The atmosphere of K2-141b was made of vaporized stone, a sky of incandescent rock. This was a world where mountains could melt and rise into the air, forming clouds of mineral dust. The science was sound, yet the implications were difficult to comprehend, bordering on the stuff of nightmares. The planet breathed a thin, searing vapor of its own surface, a constant exhalation of its molten heart. The report stated, in cold, objective terms, that the planet possessed a mineral vapor atmosphere, a term rarely used outside of theoretical physics. Imagine standing under a sky that is not blue or gray, but glows with the faint, angry light of superheated Earth. The pressure readings were low, indicating a thin envelope of this mineral gas, barely clinging to the planet's gravity. It was an atmosphere in name only, a transient state between solid and plasma, constantly being stripped away and replenished. The constant bombardment from the star acted like a sandblaster, chipping away at the planet's very essence. And yet, the planet endured. its vaporized surface feeding the very sky that was trying to escape it. The team noted the absence of organic signatures. This world was not a cradle for life. It was a furnace. Any hope of finding even the most resilient extremophiles here was extinguished by the sheer physics of the environment. This was a world defined not by biology, but by a raw, unforgiving geology that had taken to the sky. The analysis deepened the understanding of the planet's cycle, confirming that what rose as vapor must eventually fall. But it would not fall as gentle dew or soft snow. The precipitation on this world would be a cataclysm. The data was passed on to the climate modelers, who were tasked with simulating this atmospheric rock cycle. Their computers would attempt to paint a picture of the weather on a planet where the clouds are made of stone. The results of that simulation would reveal a weather system more violent and alien than anything previously conceived. The stark reality of K2-141b was a silent testament to the universe's capacity for creating hellscapes. A world where the air is rock, the oceans are fire, and the rain is a slow, grinding destruction. The simulation began, processing variables of temperature, pressure, and mineral composition. The digital world of K2-141b took form. On the substellar point, the surface temperature was calculated to exceed 3,000 degrees Celsius, a cauldron of liquid rock. This was not lava as we know it, but a vast planet-wide ocean of magma, estimated to be 100 kilometers deep. The model showed this ocean boiling directly into the atmosphere, creating a constant, searing updraft of vaporized minerals. This vapor, lighter than the surrounding void, would then be caught by extreme winds generated by the temperature differential. The simulation clocked these winds at supersonic speeds, over 5,000 kilometers per hour, a permanent jet stream of stone. This was not wind that would erode mountains over millennia. This was wind that carried the mountains with it. The model depicted a colossal atmospheric river of rock vapor, flowing from the furnace of the day side to the freezer of the night side. The sheer scale of this process was staggering. A global weather system, driven by the physics of melted Earth. The computer rendered the flow in stark, thermal colors, a blazing river of white-hot gas crossing the terminator. As this river of vapor reached the eternal darkness of the night side, the simulation showed a dramatic phase change. The temperature plummeted to below -200 degrees Celsius, instantly forcing the mineral vapor to condense. It would not form gentle clouds. The condensation was rapid, violent, forming solid particles directly from the gas. These particles, now heavier, would begin to fall back towards the surface, pulled by the planet's gravity. The simulation's conclusion was clear. K2-141b experienced a constant, unending rain of solid rock. This precipitation would fall not as liquid, but as a shower of pebbles and mineral shards, returning the stolen ground to the surface. The planet's surface on the night side was depicted as a vast, jagged landscape of freshly solidified rock, constantly being buried by new storms. This cycle was the planet's equivalent of the water cycle on Earth, a horrifyingly beautiful, yet utterly lethal rock cycle. The report appended a note. The term weather is insufficient to describe these phenomena. This is geology unbound. The magma ocean on the day side would creep slowly towards the night side, replenishing the rock that was lost to the atmosphere. A sluggish, planetary-scale glacier of rock, flowing back towards the furnace to be vaporized once more. The simulation ran for weeks, each iteration confirming the stability of this extreme, alien system. K2-141b was not dying. It was in a state of violent, perpetual equilibrium, a perfectly balanced hell. The final visualization showed a world split in two, one half a brilliant, incandescent ocean of fire, the other a dark, frozen wasteland under a constant hail of stone. The researchers watched the screen in silence, contemplating a world so hostile it made the vacuum of space seem gentle by comparison. This was not a place for exploration, not even for machines. It was a monument to the raw power of physics. The report was finalized, its language stripped of emotion, yet its contents told a story of cosmic terror. A world where the sky itself is a threat, where the clouds are grinding stone, and the rain is a slow, relentless burial. The discovery of K2-141b served as a humbling reminder of the universe's infinite and often terrifying imagination. And as the simulation ended, the question lingered. What other impossibilities were still hiding in the dark? The night side of K2-141b presented the final, chilling piece of the puzzle. A land of perpetual darkness and cold. Here, temperatures would be cold enough to freeze nitrogen, creating a stark contrast to the blazing furnace just a hemisphere away. The supersonic winds carrying the rock vapor would slow dramatically as they cooled, dumping their solid cargo. The simulation visualized this as a constant, heavy snowfall, but composed of mineral dust and jagged pebbles. Over eons, this process would build vast glaciers, not of ice, but of silicate rock, slowly flowing back towards the light. The surface would be a bizarre landscape, a desert of freshly precipitated stone, under a sky that rained grit. There would be no sound, save for the faint, continuous whisper of rock dust settling on a frozen world. The planet's geology was not confined to its surface. It had become its meteorology, a complete fusion of rock and sky. This cycle, the lithologic cycle, was the planet's heartbeat, a slow, grinding rhythm of vaporization and solidification. The report concluded that K2-141b was a natural laboratory for studying extreme planetary dynamics. It offered a window into the early, violent stages of planetary formation, when worlds were still molten and chaotic. But it was a window that could only be looked through from a great distance, a spectacle of cosmic violence best left untouched. The data was archived, labeled with a warning for future researchers about the extreme nature of the subject. The existence of this world reshaped our understanding of what a rocky planet could be. It was not just a solid sphere of rock, but a dynamic, fluid system where the states of matter were in constant, violent flux. The final report was published, not in headlines, but in the quiet, peer-reviewed journals of astrophysics. But for those who understood the data, the image of K2-141b would forever haunt their perception of the cosmos. A world with an ocean of fire, an atmosphere of stone, and a constant grinding rain of rock. The universe, it seemed, had an endless capacity to create wonders, and some of those wonders were indistinguishable from hell. The telescope turned its gaze to other stars, other worlds, but the data from this one left a permanent, unsettling echo. A silent reminder that not all worlds are meant to be cradles. Some are forged to be crucibles. The final image lingered in the mind, a glowing red eye staring into the void, weeping tears of stone. This was the legacy of K2-141b, a planet that rained its own melted surface back upon itself. A perfect, horrifying symmetry playing out in a forgotten corner of our galaxy. The boundary between day and night on this world would be the most violent place imaginable. A perpetual, razor-thin twilight, where supersonic winds of vaporized rock meet a cliff of frozen darkness. The thermal shock would be instantaneous, the condensation of rock vapor creating a permanent, planet-girdling stormfront. It would be a wall of falling stone, a blizzard of silicates moving at thousands of kilometers per hour. Any probe, any ship, any form of matter attempting to cross this line would be simultaneously melted and shattered. This terminator zone was not a gentle fade from light to dark, but a line of absolute physical annihilation. The planet was a system of extremes, with no middle ground, no temperate zones, no respite from the violence. One side offered death by fire, the other, death by 1,000 cuts from a rain of stone. The concept of surface itself became blurred on K2-141b, a shifting boundary between liquid, gas, and solid. The planet was less a solid body and more a dynamic fluid, its state determined by its position relative to its sun. The data challenged the very definitions astronomers had used for decades to classify distant worlds. This was not simply a lava world. It was a world where the rock cycle had become an atmospheric phenomenon. The sheer audacity of its existence was a lesson in cosmic humility, a reminder of our limited imagination. The researchers could only catalog the data, their equations describing a reality their senses could never grasp. The planet remained a point of light in a telescope, its true nature hidden behind a veil of unimaginable distance and violence. And so the file on K2-141b was closed, but the door it opened and our understanding of the universe would remain ajar forever. The spectral analysis phase concluded with a deep, unsettling reverence for the subject. This was nature at its most extreme. The light from K2-141b carried the signature of silicon monoxide, a molecule that only forms at incredibly high temperatures. This was not the gentle warmth of a habitable world, but the searing breath of a star's furnace reflected in a mineral sky. The team cross-referenced these findings with models of protoplanetary disks, the birthplaces of worlds. K2-141b seemed to be a planet trapped in its own violent infancy, a snapshot of the chaos that precedes stability. Perhaps, billions of years ago, our own Earth endured a similar phase. Its surface, a sea of molten rock. But unlike Earth, K2-141b never cooled down. Its proximity to its sun sealed its fate as a permanent inferno. The thin, tenuous atmosphere of rock vapor was a constant reminder of this arrested development. It was a ghost of a potential Earth, forever denied the chance to form oceans of water and skies of breathable air. The readings of sodium in its atmosphere were particularly strong, painting the thin sky in a faint, orange glow. A perpetual, hellish sunset that never faded, illuminating the boiling surface of the magma ocean below. The report described it as a world of geophysical weather, a concept that stretched the boundaries of meteorology. Here, erosion was not caused by wind and water, but by supersonic blasts of vaporized earth and a relentless rain of solid stone. The planet was constantly devouring and regenerating itself, a cosmic Ouroboros of rock and fire. No life could ever take hold in such a place, where stability was a foreign concept and the very air was poison. The final spectral data was logged. The planet's sky was officially, scientifically, composed of rock. The cold, hard numbers on the screen told a story more vivid and terrifying than any myth of the underworld. And in the vast silence between worlds, K2-141b continued its frantic orbit, a fiery jewel in the crown of cosmic extremes. The planet served as a stark boundary marker for the habitable zone, the delicate cosmic shoreline where life can emerge. It was a clear, unambiguous message from the universe. Not all worlds are created equal, and some are born only to burn. The focus of the investigation now shifted entirely to the climate models, to the digital ghost of this impossible world. The simulation would become the only way to safely visit this place, the only way to witness its storms of stone. The computers hummed, their processors working to translate the cold data into a living, breathing nightmare. What they were about to see would confirm the most extreme predictions, and then push them even further. The magma ocean, the supersonic winds, the rain of rock, all of it was just the beginning of the story. The simulation was primed, the parameters set. The team gathered to watch the birth of a digital hell. A glowing red orb appeared on the screen, its surface churning with simulated convection currents of liquid rock. The simulation confirmed the presence of a vast magma ocean, covering nearly the entire dayside hemisphere. This ocean was not stagnant. It was a dynamic, boiling sea, its waves made of molten silicate. The temperature gradient between the substellar point and the terminator was extreme, driving the planet's entire atmospheric engine. This was the source of the supersonic winds, a permanent thermal storm that raged across the planet. The model showed the wind scooping up the vaporized rock and carrying it eastward, into the encroaching darkness. The sheer velocity of this atmospheric flow was difficult to visualize, a constant hurricane of gaseous stone. This was a wind that could level any structure, strip flesh from bone, and scour the very bedrock of a world. The simulation depicted this flow as a luminous ribbon of gas, a river of light flowing into a sea of absolute cold. As the vapor crossed into the night side, the model showed the temperature dropping by thousands of degrees in mere kilometers. This rapid cooling forced the silicate gas to precipitate, to flash freeze, back into a solid state. The result was a perpetual, planet-wide storm, not of water, but of rock. The simulation rendered this as a thick, grinding blizzard of mineral particles, endlessly falling onto the frozen surface. The ground on the dark side was a constantly shifting landscape of this precipitated rock, a desert of alien dust. The model suggested that this rock, snow, would accumulate, forming vast, slow-moving glaciers of solid stone. These glaciers, under their own immense weight, would creep back towards the dayside, completing the planet's bizarre geological cycle. The planet was a closed system of unbelievable violence, a perfectly balanced engine of its own destruction and rebirth. The researchers could only stare at the screen, at the elegant, terrifying mathematics of this alien world. This was a world that existed on the very edge of physical possibility, a testament to the universe's boundless creativity. The simulation had brought the data to life, transforming abstract numbers into a visceral, chilling reality. And in the silent, sterile environment of the lab, they felt a faint, primal fear of the cosmos. The knowledge that such places existed, burning and churning in the dark, was a profoundly humbling experience. The model confirmed that the rain on K2-141b would be more like a constant, abrasive sandblasting from the sky, a shower of sharp solid particles that would grind any surface into dust over time. The cycle was relentless, a planetary-scale furnace and freezer working in brutal, efficient harmony. The magma ocean boiled, the stone winds howled, and the rock rain fell, forever and ever. This was the weather forecast for K2-141b, eternal fire followed by an endless storm of stone. The final data from the simulation was compiled into a report that read like a piece of cosmic horror fiction, but every word of it was supported by the cold, unforgiving logic of physics. This hell was real, and it was orbiting a star just a few hundred light-years from our own fragile, gentle world. The simulation concluded. The glowing orb on the screen faded to black, leaving only the unsettling afterimage in the researchers' minds. The analysis of the night side of K2-141b revealed a landscape of profound desolation and alien beauty. Here, in the eternal twilight and deep cold, the planet showed another face of its extreme nature. The constant rain of rock would not create mountains and valleys as we know them. Instead, it would form vast, smooth plains of fine mineral dust, punctuated by the slow creep of rock glaciers. The surface would be a monochrome desert, its color determined by the composition of the planet's crust. Imagine a world painted in shades of gray and black, where the only movement is the silent fall of dust from the sky. The stars above would be invisible, permanently obscured by the thick, particulate haze of the rock storms. The only light would be a faint, diffuse glow from the dayside, a permanent, ghostly aurora on the horizon. The cold would be so intense that the rock itself would become brittle, shattering under the slightest stress. The ground would be a treacherous, shifting sea of dust and sharp-edged scree, a landscape of pure, sterile geology. The cycle of rock returning to the dayside via these slow-moving glaciers was the planet's own form of plate tectonics, a conveyor belt of solid stone, inching its way towards the magma ocean to be melted and vaporized again. This was a planet caught in an eternal, grinding loop, a perfectly closed system of unimaginable violence. The report was a testament to the fact that, even in the most hostile environments, the universe finds a strange, brutal kind of order. The planet was not chaotic. It was brutally, terrifyingly predictable in its hellish behavior. The final section of the report dealt with the implications of this discovery for the search for life. K2-141b was a powerful counterpoint to the optimistic search for Earth-like worlds. It was a reminder that the universe is not obligated to be gentle or habitable or kind. Its capacity for creating worlds is matched only by its capacity for creating places where life is a physical impossibility. The file was closed. The data logged. K2-141b became another name in a catalog of thousands of exoplanets. But for those who had studied it, it would forever be more than a name. It would be a symbol of the fine, delicate balance that allows a world like ours to exist, and a chilling vision of what happens when that balance is tipped into the fiery abyss of cosmic extremes. The sheer energy of the system was difficult to process. The host star poured radiation onto the planet with relentless force. This energy wasn't just heating the surface. It was actively participating in its deconstruction and reconstruction. The planet was less a passive recipient of starlight and more an active component in a stellar engine. Its surface acted as a giant crucible, constantly recycling the same material through different states of matter. The final report contained a section on the sounds of K2-141b, a theoretical acoustic model. On the day side, the dominant sound would be a low, powerful hum from the boiling magma ocean. This would be overlaid with the high-pitched scream of the supersonic winds, a constant, deafening roar. On the night side, the sounds would be more subtle, yet no less unsettling. The primary sound would be the continuous, soft hiss of the rock rain, a shower of fine particles on a frozen landscape. This would be punctuated by the deep, groaning crack of the rock glaciers as they shifted under their own immense weight. The soundscape of K2-141b was a symphony of geological violence, a concert of a world tearing itself apart and putting itself back together. The project lead authorized the declassification of a sanitized version of the report, omitting the most speculative and disturbing conclusions. The public would learn of a lava planet, an interesting but ultimately abstract scientific curiosity. But the full data, the simulations, the chilling reality of the atmospheric rock cycle would remain classified. There was a sense that humanity was not yet ready to fully comprehend the existence of such a place. That to know of such a hell was to somehow diminish the sanctity of our own terrestrial heaven. The observation logs were sealed, the spectral data archived under a high-security clearance. The work was done. The telescope moved on. But the ghost of K2-141b remained, a silent, burning testament to the fact that the universe is vast and strange and utterly indifferent. And in that indifference lies a terrifying, profound, and inescapable beauty. The planet's existence raised fundamental questions about the ultimate fate of rocky worlds orbiting too close to their stars. Was this a stable, long-term state? Or was the planet slowly being consumed, its atmosphere stripped away faster than it could be replenished? Follow-up studies were proposed to measure the rate of atmospheric escape, to see if K2-141b was bleeding its rocky soul into space. If so, it would eventually be reduced to a barren, airless core, its violent weather a thing of the distant past, a dead world, a scarred reminder of the furnace it once was. But for now, it raged on, a tempest of stone and fire, a perfect storm on a world made of nightmares. The final entry in the log was a simple, philosophical question, posed by one of the junior researchers. If a world screams in the silence of space, but there is no one there to hear it, does it make a sound? The question went unanswered, hanging in the sterile air of the control room like a ghost. The project was officially concluded. The team disbanded, moving on to other targets, other mysteries. But the memory of this planet that rained stone would follow them, a silent whisper in the back of their minds, a reminder that for every gentle, water-bearing Earth, there may be 1,000 burning, screaming K2-141bs. The universe was a place of infinite variety, and not all of that variety was meant for us. Some worlds, it seemed, were born only to be cautionary tales, written in fire and stone. The darkness between the stars held more terrors and more wonders than we had ever dared to imagine. And the search for understanding was just a flicker of light against an endless, overwhelming dark. The final data point from K2-141b was its albedo, a measure of its reflectivity. It was surprisingly high. The molten day side, a mirror of liquid rock, reflected its star's light with a fierce, unwavering glare. From a distance, the planet would not look dark and menacing, but brilliantly, deceptively bright. A beautiful, shining star in the sky, hiding a heart of unimaginable violence. A perfect metaphor for the cosmos itself. The climate modeling phase was exhaustive, pushing supercomputers to their limits to simulate the alien physics. The primary challenge was modeling the phase transitions of rock at extreme temperatures and low pressures. The simulation had to account for dozens of different minerals, each with its own melting and vaporization point. The result was a complex, multi-layered atmospheric model, unlike any that had been created before. The magma ocean itself was a key driver of the system, its currents and tides shaping the flow of the atmosphere above. The model showed that this ocean was not uniform, but a churning sea of different molten materials, creating a marbled, fiery surface. The supersonic winds were not just a river of gas, but a complex system of jets and vortices. The simulation showed vast, continent-sized cyclones of rock vapor, swirling at the edge of the terminator zone. These cyclones were the birthplaces of the rock storms, the engines of the planet's brutal precipitation cycle. The model predicted that the rain on the night side would not be uniform, but would fall in intense, localized downpours. Imagine a sudden violent hailstorm, but with each hailstone a jagged piece of supercooled rock. The energy released during this condensation process would create its own secondary weather effects. The simulation hinted at strange, electrostatic phenomena in the rock clouds, creating vast sheets of mineral lightning. A silent, ghostly light show playing out in the eternal darkness of the planet's cold side. The report was a symphony of alien meteorology, a detailed portrait of a world that should not exist, yet did. The team gained a new respect for the forces that shape planets, the delicate dance of gravity, energy, and chemistry. On Earth, that dance had led to oceans, continents, and life. On K2-141b, it had led to a raging inferno. The simulation provided a powerful tool for understanding the diversity of worlds in our galaxy. It was a stark reminder that the search for habitable planets is also a search for the absence of these extreme conditions. Habitability is not just about the presence of water, but the absence of supersonic rock winds and magma oceans. The project provided a new, terrifying baseline for what constitutes an uninhabitable world. And in doing so, it made our own world seem all the more precious, all the more fragile. A tiny blue oasis of calm in a universe that was, in many places, a raging cosmic storm. The simulation data was so complex that it took weeks to fully interpret, each layer revealing a new level of alien strangeness. The planet was not just a simple, tidally locked rock. It was a complex thermodynamic system. The constant flow of material from the day side to the night side created a subtle, but detectable, wobble in its orbit. The planet was breathing, its mass shifting as its surface turned from liquid to gas to solid and back again. This was a world that was geologically alive, but in the most violent way imaginable. The final visualization created by the team was a time-lapse of one full orbit, sped up to show the cycle. It showed the glowing magma ocean, the river of vapor, the storm of rock, and the creeping glaciers, all in one fluid, horrifying motion. It was a dance of cosmic destruction, a beautiful, terrible waltz of a world with its star. The video was archived, labeled simply, K2-141b, A World in Flux. A monument to the elegant, terrifying power of the laws of physics, pushed to their absolute limit. And a silent invitation to wonder what other, even stranger, dances were playing out in the darkness between the stars. The final section of the report focused on the planet's glaciers, the slow, solid heart of the night side. Unlike water ice, these rock glaciers would be incredibly dense and slow-moving, their progress measured in meters per century. They were the planet's way of returning the favor, of feeding the rock back into the furnace that created the winds. As these glaciers neared the terminator, the increasing heat would cause them to melt, forming vast, sluggish rivers of lava. These rivers would flow back into the magma ocean, completing the cycle with a slow, fiery sigh. The entire planet was a machine, a heat engine of unimaginable scale and simplicity. It took in raw, stellar energy on one side and converted it into kinetic energy in its atmosphere and potential energy in its glaciers. The system was brutally efficient, wasting nothing, a perfect closed loop of geological chaos. The beauty of this terrible machine was not lost on the scientists who studied it. It was a perfect example of the universe's ability to create complex, stable systems, even in the most extreme conditions. But it was a cold, mathematical beauty, devoid of the warmth and complexity of life. The report concluded that K2-141b was a failed Earth, a world that had all the right ingredients for a rocky planet, but was assembled in the wrong place. A tragic, beautiful monster, born too close to the fire. And as the last lines of the report were written, a sense of finality settled over the team. They had peered into the heart of a cosmic furnace and returned with a story of terrible, breathtaking power. A story that would forever change the way they looked at the quiet, peaceful night sky. Because now they knew that behind one of those faint, twinkling lights, a world was raining fire and stone. And the silence of space was not empty, but filled with the silent, screaming ghosts of worlds like K2-141b. The raw data streams continued to pour in from the orbital telescope, each one a whisper from a distant star. The automated systems flagged another potential target, another super-Earth in a tight, fiery orbit. The team prepared for a new analysis, but the shadow of K2-141b lingered. They now knew that super-Earth could mean many things, and not all of them were welcoming. The universe was not just a collection of peaceful, swirling nebulae and gentle, life-giving suns. It was also a place of unimaginable violence, of worlds locked in a state of perpetual torment. The discovery was a rite of passage for the young astronomers on the team, a loss of innocence. They had come seeking new Earths, new cradles for life. They had found a vision of hell. The final image from the simulation was burned into their memory, a world eternally divided, half ablaze with the light of 1,000 suns, half shrouded in a darkness deeper than any earthly night. And between them, a twilight zone of unimaginable storms, a permanent, grinding war between fire and ice. This was the true face of K2-141b, a planet of eternal conflict, beautiful and terrible in its perfect, brutal symmetry. The thought of the rock rain was the most persistent, unsettling image. A constant, abrasive shower that would erode any feature, any mountain, any hope of stability. It was a world that could not even hold on to its own ground, constantly losing it to the sky. The planet was a lesson in the power of stellar radiation, a graphic demonstration of how a star can both create and destroy. For every world warmed to life by a gentle sun, there was another one boiled into oblivion by a star that was too close, too hot. The cosmic lottery had dealt K2-141b a terrible hand, and it was playing it out in the most spectacular way. The project had started as a routine exoplanet survey. It had ended as a journey into the heart of a cosmic nightmare, and the researchers knew they would carry the memory of that journey with them for the rest of their careers. A silent, shared knowledge of the terrible beauty that lurked in the dark. The files were locked away, but the data was out there, a sleeping monster in the digital archives, waiting for the day when humanity was ready to look into the abyss and not flinch. But that day felt very, very far away. For now, there was only the quiet hum of the machines and the unsettling silence of space. The planet's orbital speed was another staggering detail, completing a full year in less than a day. It was a world living in a permanent, high-speed blur, a frantic dance on the edge of a stellar furnace. The concept of time on such a world would be utterly alien, a dizzying succession of sunrises and sunsets if it weren't tidally locked. But its locked state made it even stranger. A world of permanent extremes, with no seasons, no cycles, no change. Only the eternal grinding cycle of rock turning to vapor, vapor to wind, and wind to a rain of stone. The final summary of the report was a single, powerful sentence. K2-141b is not a planet with weather. It is a planet where the weather is the planet. A profound and terrifying statement. A perfect epitaph for a world of such beautiful, brutal violence. The team powered down the simulation, the glowing red orb shrinking to a single point before disappearing. But the image remained, a permanent fixture in their understanding of the cosmos. The universe was not just a quiet, empty place. It was a place of fire and fury, of unimaginable pressures and temperatures. And K2-141b was its masterpiece, a perfect storm in a teacup of a world. The observation had ended. The analysis was complete. But the sense of awe and of dread would linger forever. A silent testament to the raw, untamed power of the universe, burning brightly in the eternal dark. The stark data from the planet's terminator zone painted a scene of constant, chaotic transition. Here, the magma ocean would begin to cool, forming a thin, brittle crust of obsidian-like rock. This crust would be immediately shattered by the supersonic winds and the relentless bombardment of the rock rain. It was a landscape of perpetual destruction, a no-man's land between the planet's two extreme hemispheres. The simulation showed vast, floating islands of this newly formed crust, tossed about on the magma sea like hellish ice flows. These islands would eventually be pulled under, remelted, and revaporized, rejoining the planet's brutal cycle. The planet was in a constant state of uncreation, never allowed to settle, never allowed to find peace. The sheer noise of this zone would be unimaginable, a constant, grinding roar of shattering rock and screaming wind. A symphony of chaos played out on a planetary scale, a soundtrack to the end of a world that never truly began. The report's appendix included a speculative section on the planet's core. Given the extreme surface conditions, it was likely that the planet had a massive, dense iron core, but its state was unknown. Was it a solid, stable anchor in the heart of the chaos, or was it, too, a part of the planet's fluid, dynamic nature? The question remained unanswered, another layer of mystery in this already incomprehensible world. The planet was a black box of extreme physics, its secrets hidden beneath a veil of fire and stone. And perhaps, some secrets were best left undisturbed, their terrible beauty observed from a safe, cosmic distance. The legacy of the K2-141b project was not just the data it produced, but the questions it raised. Questions about the nature of planets, the limits of habitability, and the strange, often terrifying beauty of the cosmos. It was a humbling experience, a reminder that for all our knowledge, the universe still held the power to surprise and to horrify. And in the quiet moments, when they looked up at the night sky, they would remember the world that rained stone, and they would feel a little smaller, a little more fragile, and a little more grateful for the gentle, watery world beneath their feet. The final data transmission from the observation was a simple heat map of the planet's surface, a stark, brutal image of a world divided, a perfect circle of white-hot intensity surrounded by a sea of deep, cold blue. It looked like a single, staring eye, a cosmic evil eye hanging in the void, an eye that had seen the birth and death of stars, the rise and fall of galaxies, and the fleeting, insignificant flicker of human existence. The image was saved, printed, and hung on the wall of the control room, a silent, ever-present reminder. A reminder of what lay beyond our comfortable, predictable world. A reminder of the terrible, awe-inspiring power of the universe we were only just beginning to explore. And a reminder that sometimes, the greatest discoveries are not the ones that bring us comfort, but the ones that shake us to our core. K2-141b had done just that. It had taken our understanding of planets and shattered it into a million tiny, terrifying pieces. And in the quiet, reflective aftermath, the team knew they would never look at a simple rock the same way again. Because now they knew that rocks could fly, that they could form clouds, and that they could fall from the sky like a storm. And that knowledge was a beautiful, terrible thing to carry. The archive sealed the final report with a digital timestamp, marking the end of the formal observation period. The document was now a piece of scientific history, a cold, factual account of a world of fire and stone. But the story it told was one that transcended science, a mythic tale of a world locked in an eternal, brutal war with itself. A war between its molten heart and its frozen skin. A war fought in the sky with weapons of wind and stone. The planet was a paradox, a place of constant change yet eternal stillness, a place of unimaginable violence yet perfect, brutal balance. It was a world that defied easy categorization, a cosmic anomaly that forced us to rethink our place in the universe. We were not the pinnacle of creation, but just one possible outcome of a cosmic roll of the dice. And for every lucky roll that resulted in a gentle, life-bearing world, there were countless others that resulted in monsters. K2-141b was one of those monsters, a beautiful, terrible dragon of a world, forever breathing fire and stone. And as the last of the data was filed away, a sense of profound, quiet awe descended. The universe was so much bigger, so much stranger, and so much more terrifyingly beautiful than we had ever known. And the journey to understand it had only just begun. The night sky was waiting. The night side of the planet held its own unique, chilling secrets, a realm untouched by the direct fury of its star. This was a world of absolute darkness, a place where the only light was the faint, reflected glow from distant nebulae. The ground here was not molten, but frozen solid, a thick crust of rock and precipitated minerals. It was a landscape of stark, geometric beauty, of sharp-edged crystals and smooth, windswept dunes of rock dust. But this was not a peaceful place. It was a world under constant siege from its own atmosphere. The rain of rock was a relentless, grinding force, a constant, abrasive shower that would wear away any surface. It was a world being perpetually buried, its history erased by a constant stream of its own recycled self. The rock glaciers were the only movement in this frozen wasteland, a slow, inexorable creep towards the distant fire. They were the planet's lifeblood, the arteries that carried the frozen rock back to the molten heart to be born again. The cycle was perfect, a closed loop of creation and destruction, a terrifyingly beautiful machine. The final image from the report was a conceptual artwork based on the data. It showed a lone, shattered peak on the night side, its surface scoured smooth by the rock rain, bathed in the faint, ghostly light of the distant magma sea. It was a landscape of profound, terrible loneliness, a monument to a world that was forever at war with itself. And in that loneliness there was a strange, unsettling beauty. The beauty of a perfect, brutal system. A world that was exactly what the laws of physics had decreed it should be. No more and no less. A monster, yes, but a perfect monster. The investigation into K2-141b was a journey to the edge of imagination, a glimpse into the fiery heart of cosmic creation, and it left the team with a profound sense of their own smallness, their own fragility. They were creatures of water and air, living on a delicate, blue jewel in a universe of fire and stone. And that knowledge was both a comfort and a terror. A comfort to know the safety of home, and a terror to know the true nature of the wilderness that lay beyond. The project was over, but the questions it had raised would echo for decades. How many other such worlds were out there? How many other perfect, beautiful monsters were hiding in the dark? And what other, even stranger, forms of existence had the universe dreamt up in its endless, silent slumber? The answers were out there, waiting in the faint, ancient light of a billion distant stars. And the journey to find them was the greatest adventure humanity would ever undertake. The transition from the raw data of the planet to the soft contemplation of the cosmos marked a turning point in the narrative. The cold, hard facts of the rock rain and magma seas began to dissolve into a more philosophical, gentle inquiry. The shift in tone was deliberate, a way to process the horror by placing it within the larger, more mysterious context of the universe. The terror of K2-141b was not an anomaly, but a part of the grand cosmic tapestry. It was a dark thread, to be sure, but a necessary one, a thread that gave meaning and contrast to the bright threads of life. The narration began to pull back, to zoom out from the single, tormented world to the vast, silent ocean of space it inhabited. The focus shifted from the what to the why, from the brutal mechanics of the planet to the elegant, underlying laws that governed it. The tone became less that of a scientist reporting a finding, and more that of a poet contemplating a mystery. The universe was no longer a collection of dangerous, hostile worlds, but a single, interconnected system of breathtaking complexity and beauty. And in that system, even a hellish world like K2-141b had its place, its purpose. It was a teacher, a guide, a stark and brutal lesson in the art of cosmic survival. It taught us about the delicate balance of energy and distance that makes a world habitable. It taught us about the incredible resilience of matter, its ability to cycle and flow even under the most extreme conditions. And most of all, it taught us about the precious, fragile miracle of our own world. A world where the rain is water, where the air is a gentle caress, and where the ground is a stable, welcoming home. The horror of K2-141b gave way to a profound sense of gratitude, a deep, quiet love for the blue, living world we call home. And in that gratitude, the terror was transformed into awe, the fear into a deep, abiding wonder. The universe was still a dangerous place, but it was no longer just a place of monsters. It was a place of stories, of lessons, of a deep and profound beauty that could be found even in the heart of the most terrible fire. The journey was complete. The abyss had been stared into, and it had stared back. And in its cold, terrifying gaze, we had found a strange and unexpected comfort. The comfort of knowing our place in the cosmos, of understanding the incredible odds we had overcome to simply exist, and the quiet, humble joy of being alive on a gentle, watery world, under a soft, forgiving sky. The scientific report was a closed book, but the philosophical one had just been opened, and its pages stretched out into the infinite, starry night, filled with questions that would last a lifetime. The narrative voice softened, the hard edges of the scientific data blurring into a gentle, dreamlike haze. The focus shifted from the planet itself to the light that traveled from it, a silent, ancient messenger. This light had journeyed for centuries across the empty void, carrying the story of the rock rain and the magma sea. It had passed through nebulae, dodged rogue planets, and watched the slow dance of distant galaxies. And now, it had finally reached us, a tiny, fleeting photon striking a detector on a small, blue world. In that single, silent impact, a story of unimaginable violence was told. But it was a story told in the gentle language of light, a whisper from across the cosmic ocean. The narration began to embrace this duality, the contrast between the terrible message and the gentle medium. The universe was a place of such beautiful, terrible contradictions. It could create a world of fire and stone and then tell its story in a language of pure, silent light. It could forge a hellscape of unimaginable violence and then paint its portrait with the delicate brushstrokes of a photon. The tone became one of quiet, contemplative awe. The fear was still there, but it was now tempered with a sense of profound wonder. The universe was not just a random collection of matter and energy, it was a storyteller. And its stories were written in the language of physics, in the silent dance of light and gravity. K2-141b was just one of its many tales, a dark and stormy chapter in the epic of the cosmos. But there were other stories, gentler stories, waiting to be read in the light of other stars. Stories of worlds with gentle rains and soft blue skies. Stories of worlds where life had taken hold, where consciousness had awakened to contemplate the beauty of it all. The narration began to drift, to wander through the cosmos, exploring these other, more hopeful possibilities. The fear of K2-141b was not forgotten, but it was now just one note in a larger, more complex symphony. A dark, powerful bass note that gave depth and meaning to the lighter, more hopeful melodies. The universe was a place of both darkness and light, of both terror and beauty. And in the quiet contemplation of it all, there was a profound sense of peace. A peace that came from accepting the universe for what it was, in all its terrible, breathtaking glory. The journey was not just about discovering new worlds, but about discovering our own place in the grand, cosmic scheme of things. And that was a journey that was just beginning, a story that was still being written in the silent, ancient light of the stars. The quiet hum of the universe began to take over, the gentle, background radiation left over from the dawn of time. This was the true voice of the cosmos, a soft, steady whisper that had been echoing through space for billions of years. It was a voice that spoke not of violence and destruction, but of creation and connection. It was the sound of the universe breathing, a slow, steady rhythm that pulsed beneath the surface of reality. And in that sound there was a profound sense of comfort, a feeling of being a part of something vast and ancient and beautiful. The terror of K2-141b began to fade, replaced by a sense of calm, quiet acceptance. The universe was not a monster to be feared, but a mystery to be explored. And in that exploration, there was a deep and lasting joy. The joy of discovery, the joy of understanding, the joy of simply being a conscious part of this incredible, mysterious cosmos. The narration began to slow, the words becoming softer, more spaced out. The focus shifted to the act of listening, of being still and open to the quiet whispers of the universe. The gentle hum of the cosmic microwave background, the faint, ancient light of distant stars, the slow, silent turning of our own world. These were the lullabies of the cosmos, the songs that the universe sang to itself in the quiet darkness of the night. And as we listened, we began to feel a part of that song, a single, quiet note in the grand, cosmic symphony. The fear was gone, replaced by a sense of belonging, a feeling of being at home in the universe. And in that feeling, there was a deep and profound peace, a peace that surpassed all understanding, a peace that came from simply being, a conscious, breathing part of this incredible, mysterious, and beautiful universe. The journey was over. The story had been told. And now, there was only the quiet, gentle silence of the night, a silence filled not with fear, but with a sense of peace and wonder, and a deep, abiding love for the cosmos. The final image was of the Earth, a tiny, blue marble hanging in the vast, silent darkness of space. A world of gentle rains and soft blue skies, a fragile, precious oasis in a universe of fire and stone. And as we watched it turn, we felt a profound sense of gratitude, a deep, quiet love for the world we call home. The journey had taken us to the edge of hell, but it had brought us back with a deeper appreciation for the heaven we inhabit every day. And in that, there was a strange and beautiful kind of grace. The story of K2-141b was over, but the story of our own world, our own journey, was still being written. And it was a story filled with hope, with wonder, and with the quiet, gentle beauty of a world where the rain is water, and the sky is a soft blue blanket, a gentle, loving embrace. The final transition was a slow dissolve from the cold, hard data of the report to the soft, gentle poetry of the cosmos. The voice of the narrator became a whisper, a gentle, soothing murmur that wrapped around the listener like a warm blanket. The terror of the rock rain was replaced by the gentle patter of a soft spring shower on a window pane. The fire of the magma ocean was replaced by the gentle warmth of a hearth fire on a cold winter's night. The universe was no longer a threat, but a comfort, a vast, silent presence that held us in its gentle, loving embrace. The focus shifted inward, from the external world of planets and stars to the internal world of thoughts and feelings. The journey through the cosmos became a journey into the self, a meditation on our own place in the grand scheme of things. We were not just observers of the universe, but a part of it, a way for the cosmos to know itself. Our consciousness was a tiny flicker of light in the vast, silent darkness, but it was a light that gave meaning to it all. Without us, the universe would still be beautiful, but it would be a blind, unthinking beauty. We were the eyes of the cosmos, the consciousness that gave voice to its silent, ancient song. And in that realization, there was a profound sense of purpose, a feeling of being a part of something vast and meaningful and beautiful. The narration began to fade, the words becoming softer and softer, until they were just a gentle, rhythmic whisper, a whisper that merged with the gentle hum of the universe, the soft, steady breathing of the cosmos. And in that sound there was a profound sense of peace, a feeling of being at home in the universe, a peace that came from knowing that we were a part of something vast and ancient and eternal, and that even in the face of the most terrible beauty, we were safe, held in the gentle, loving embrace of the cosmos. The final words were a simple, gentle invitation to sleep, to dream, and to become one with the quiet, starry night, to let go of fear, and to embrace the wonder, the mystery, and the profound, gentle beauty of the universe. And to know that even in the darkest night, we are never truly alone, for we are all made of stardust, and we are all a part of the same beautiful, mysterious, and eternal cosmic dream. And in that furnace of molten rock and screaming wind, the universe whispers a different kind of story, a tale of physics stretched to its breaking point. The horror of this world, when viewed from a great distance, begins to transform into a strange and terrible kind of beauty. It is the beauty of raw power, of the fundamental laws of nature playing out on a canvas of unimaginable scale. The magma ocean is not just a sea of fire, but a testament to the star's immense, life-giving, and life-taking energy. The rock rain is not just a storm of destruction, but a part of a perfect, brutal cycle of renewal. This world is not an accident or a mistake. It is a perfectly functioning machine, a heat engine built on a planetary scale. And in its terrible, grinding efficiency, there is a kind of elegance, a cold and distant mathematical grace. Let us pull back our gaze from this single, tormented world and look at the larger tapestry of the cosmos. K2-141b is but one thread in this infinite, shimmering cloth, a dark and fiery strand that gives context to the rest. For every world of fire, there are 1,000 worlds of ice sleeping silently in the dark. For every planet with a sky of stone, there are 1,000,000 with skies of soft, gentle gas. The universe is not a monster. It is a garden of infinite variety, and some of its flowers are made of fire. And so we begin to see this world not as a hell, but as a lesson, a story whispered on the starlight, a story about the delicate, fragile balance that allows a world like ours to exist. The voice of science, once cold and clinical, now softens into a gentle, wondering whisper. The fear begins to fade, replaced by a deep and profound sense of awe. Awe at the power, the creativity, and the sheer, beautiful strangeness of the cosmos. Let the terror recede like a distant tide, leaving behind only the quiet, shimmering wonder of it all. The universe is not something to be feared, but something to be known, to be felt, to be experienced. And in that knowing, there is a deep and profound peace, a sense of coming home. Even in the heart of a world that rains stone, we can find a strange and unexpected beauty. The beauty of a perfect system, of a law of physics followed to its most extreme, breathtaking conclusion. And so we let the horror go, and embrace the wonder, the mystery, the deep, silent magic of the cosmos. The story of K2-141b is not an ending, but a beginning, a doorway to a deeper understanding of the universe. And as we step through that door, the cold facts of science begin to sound like a gentle, cosmic lullaby. The harsh light of the report softens into the gentle glow of a distant star. The roar of the supersonic winds fades into the quiet whisper of the solar wind, flowing silently between the worlds. The grinding rain of stone is transformed into the gentle, silent fall of cosmic dust, the stuff from which we are all made. The universe is no longer a place of sharp edges and brutal forces, but a soft, flowing river of time and space. And we are all just gentle travelers on that river, drifting slowly towards a sea of infinite mystery. The transition is complete. The fear has given way to a quiet, contemplative peace. The journey into the heart of a cosmic hell has led, unexpectedly, to a place of serene wonder. And from this new vantage point, we can begin to see the universe not as a collection of separate, hostile worlds, but as a single, interconnected whole. A place where even the most violent storm is just a part of a larger, more gentle dance. The dance of atoms, the waltz of galaxies, the slow, silent ballet of the cosmos. And in that dance, there is a profound and reassuring beauty, a sense that everything, in its own strange way, is exactly as it should be. Even a world that rains stone has its place in the grand, cosmic design. And in understanding that, we find a strange and unexpected comfort, a sense of peace that passes all understanding. The heart of the story now turns to the star itself, the source of both the planet's agony and its strange, dynamic life. This orange dwarf, a quiet and unassuming star from a distance, is a relentless tyrant up close. Its light is not a gentle, nurturing warmth, but a searing, sterilizing blast of pure energy. It is the engine that drives the planet's brutal weather, the hand that stirs the ocean of magma. And yet, without this star, the planet would be just another dead, frozen rock, sleeping silently in the dark. The star gives the planet its terrible life, its violent, churning existence. It is a story of a destructive creator, a parent that both nurtures and devours its own child. A perfect cosmic metaphor for the dual nature of power, of creation and destruction being two sides of the same coin. The light that leaves this star travels outwards in all directions, a sphere of influence that touches countless other worlds. For K2-141b, that touch is a fiery, killing blow. But for a more distant planet, it might be a gentle, life-giving caress. The same star, the same light, but a different story, a different fate. The universe is a story of perspective, a tale whose meaning changes depending on where you stand. And from our safe, distant perspective, we can see the terrible beauty in this violent, cosmic dance. The dance of a world too close to the fire, a moth drawn to a flame that both illuminates and consumes it. And in that dance, we see a reflection of our own fragile existence, our own delicate balance. We too orbit a star, a beautiful, powerful, and ultimately indifferent ball of fire. We too are held in a delicate, gravitational embrace, a perfect distance that allows for liquid water and gentle rains. A few million miles closer, and we would be a furnace. A few million miles further, and we would be a world of ice. The story of K2-141b is not just a story about a distant, alien world. It is a story about us. It is a mirror that shows us the incredible, improbable miracle of our own existence. And in that reflection, we find not fear, but a deep, quiet, and profound sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the gentle light that warms our world, for the soft, watery rain that falls from our sky, and for the simple, beautiful, and miraculous gift of being alive in a universe of infinite and often terrible wonders. The voice of the narrator grows softer still, a gentle murmur that blends with the imagined hum of the cosmos. The journey is now one of pure contemplation, a gentle, drifting meditation on the nature of light and darkness. Light, the great messenger of the universe, the silent storyteller that carries tales of distant worlds and ancient stars. Every photon that strikes our eye has traveled for years, or centuries, or millennia, across the vast, empty ocean of space. It carries with it the memory of its birth, the echo of the stellar furnace from which it was born. And in its silent, massless journey, it has witnessed the slow, majestic unfolding of cosmic history. It is a time traveler, a ghost of a past moment, arriving here and now to whisper its secrets to us. And darkness, the great canvas upon which the universe paints its masterpieces. It is not an absence, but a presence, a vast, silent ocean that holds the stars in its gentle, loving embrace. It is the womb of creation, the fertile void from which all things are born. And it is the final, peaceful destination to which all things must eventually return. On K2-141b, this duality is made manifest, a world of absolute light and absolute darkness, locked in a permanent, violent embrace. But here on Earth, the two are blended, mixed into the soft, gentle pastels of twilight and dawn. We are creatures of the twilight, born in the gentle space between the two extremes. And in that gentle, balanced space, we have found a way to thrive, to grow, to dream. The story of the cosmos is a story of contrast, of the interplay between light and shadow, heat and cold, creation and destruction. And in that contrast there is a deep and profound beauty, a sense of a larger, hidden harmony. A harmony that we can feel in the quiet moments, when we look up at the night sky and see the stars scattered like diamonds on a cloth of velvet. And we realize that we are a part of that harmony, a tiny, shining note in the grand cosmic symphony. A symphony that has been playing for billions of years, and will continue to play for billions more. And in that realization, there is a sense of peace, of comfort, of a deep and abiding connection to all things. We are not separate from the universe. We are the universe, experiencing itself. And in that experience, there is a profound and gentle magic, a sense of wonder that can never be extinguished. The light from K2-141b's star, a searing torrent there, becomes a soft twinkle here. Distance is the universe's great gentler, its way of turning roars into whispers, infernos into candlelight. And as we sit under the vast, silent canopy of the night sky, we are bathed in these gentle whispers from a million distant worlds. Each star is a story, a memory, a ghost of a past fire traveling for eons to grace our eyes for a single, fleeting moment. And in that moment, we are connected to the entire history of the cosmos, a part of a story that is as old as time itself. The darkness is not empty, but full, pregnant with a billion untold tales, a library of silent, shining worlds. And as we drift off to sleep, we become a part of that library. Our dreams a new chapter in the endless, unfolding story of the universe. The journey through the cosmos becomes a journey into the heart of a story that has no beginning and no end. A story that is constantly being written in the silent language of light and time. And as we listen to that story, we find our own place in it, our own small, beautiful part to play. We are the dreamers, the storytellers, the consciousness that gives meaning to the silent, beautiful dance of the cosmos. And in that, there is a profound and gentle purpose, a reason for being that is as vast and as beautiful as the night sky itself. The flow of light is a river, carrying memories from the past into the present. The light of the sun on your face is 8 minutes old, a memory of a fire that has already changed. The light of the nearest star is 4 years old, a whisper from a time when your own life was different. And the light from the Andromeda Galaxy is 2.5 million years old, a ghost from a time before humanity even existed. To look at the night sky is to look into a time machine, to see the past and the present all at once. It is to be a part of a story that is constantly unfolding, a story that is written in the very fabric of space-time. And in that story we find our own small but significant place. We are the momentary consciousness that gets to witness this incredible cosmic play. And that is a privilege, a gift, a beautiful, fleeting miracle. The universe does not demand our attention, our understanding, or our awe. It simply is. And in its silent, majestic being, it offers us an invitation to look up, to wonder, to dream, and to become a part of its silent, beautiful story. And as we accept that invitation, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as vast as the cosmos itself. A peace that comes from knowing that we are a part of something larger than ourselves, something ancient and beautiful and eternal. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos begins to lull us into a state of deep, peaceful relaxation. The turning of the earth, the orbiting of the moon, the slow, silent dance of the distant stars. All of it a part of a grand, cosmic lullaby, a song that has been sung since the dawn of time. And as we listen to that song, we feel our own small worries and fears begin to fade away. They are dwarfed by the sheer scale and beauty of the universe, like tiny ripples on a vast, silent ocean. And in that perspective, we find a profound sense of release, a feeling of being unburdened, of being free, free to simply be, to exist, to be a part of this incredible, mysterious, and beautiful cosmic dream. The darkness behind our eyelids becomes a canvas, and on it, we paint our own constellations, our own silent stories. We drift on a slow, gentle river of thought, its currents carrying us towards the soft, quiet shores of sleep. And in that sleep, we become one with the universe, a silent, dreaming part of the great cosmic mind. The journey is no longer external, but internal, a slow, gentle exploration of the vast, silent spaces within ourselves. And in those spaces, we find the same beauty, the same mystery, the same quiet, profound peace that we find in the night sky. For we are a microcosm of the macrocosm, a universe in miniature, a tiny, shining reflection of the great cosmic whole. And in that reflection, we find a sense of connection, of belonging, of a deep and abiding love for all that is. The story of K2-141b has become a distant echo, a faint, half-remembered dream. And in its place, there is only the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of the present moment. The gentle rise and fall of our own breath, the slow, steady beat of our own heart. The simple, beautiful, and miraculous gift of being alive here and now, in this incredible, mysterious, and beautiful universe. The transition is now complete. The listener guided from a state of alert horror to one of serene contemplation. The gentle cadence of the narration is now a soft, rhythmic pulse, mirroring the slow, steady heartbeat of a resting mind. The imagery has shifted from the specific and violent to the general and peaceful. The listener is no longer a scientist studying a dangerous world, but a dreamer floating in a sea of stars. And in this dreamlike state, the universe reveals its softer, more nurturing side. The harsh light of distant stars becomes a gentle, guiding twinkle. The cold, empty void becomes a warm, comforting embrace. The silence of space is no longer a sound of loneliness, but of peace, of tranquility, of a deep and abiding calm. The universe is no longer a place of danger, but a sanctuary, a safe and quiet harbor for the weary soul. And in this sanctuary, we can let go of our fears, our worries, our anxieties. We can simply be, and in that being, find a profound sense of rest, of renewal, of peace. The journey through the cosmos has become a journey home, a return to the quiet, peaceful center of our own being. And in that homecoming, we find a sense of wholeness, of completeness, of a deep and abiding love for all that is. The story of K2-141b, the world of fire and stone, has served its purpose. It has shocked us. It has terrified us. But ultimately, it has awakened us. Awakened us to the incredible, fragile beauty of our own world. Awakened us to the profound, mysterious wonder of the cosmos. And awakened us to the deep, quiet peace that lies at the heart of all things. And as we drift now on the gentle currents of sleep, we carry that awakening with us. A tiny, glowing ember of consciousness in the vast, silent darkness of the night. A silent, dreaming witness to the beautiful, terrible, and endlessly fascinating story of the universe. And in that witnessing, we find our own small but perfect place in the grand cosmic scheme of things. Imagine the light, a silent traveler. It leaves the surface of a star, not knowing its destination. This light is a stream of photons, tiny packets of energy, each carrying a fragment of the star's story. They travel through the perfect vacuum, past worlds of ice and clouds of dust, their path unwavering. For some, the journey is short, ending on the surface of a nearby planet in a burst of heat and energy. This is the fate of the light-striking K2-141b, a journey that ends in a violent transformation, boiling rock into vapor. But for other photons, the journey is long, stretching across unimaginable gulfs of space and time. They travel for centuries, for millennia, their parent star perhaps long dead and gone. They become ghost light, memories of a fire that has already been extinguished. And then, one of these ancient travelers ends its journey on the back of your retina. A journey of 1,000,000 years, ending in a single silent moment of perception. In that moment, you are connected to the distant past, a direct physical link to a long-dead star. That is the magic of starlight, the quiet, profound miracle of the night sky. It is a story of connection, of the threads of light that bind the universe together across space and time. Now imagine the darkness. It is not the opposite of light, but its partner, its stage. Without the deep, velvety black of the void, the stars would have no beauty, no meaning. The darkness is the silence that allows the music of the stars to be heard. It is the canvas that allows the cosmic artist to paint with fire. On the night side of K2-141b, this darkness is absolute, a perfect, unblemished black. It is a place where the concept of sight has no meaning, a realm of pure, cold, and silent existence. But even in this perfect darkness, there is a kind of beauty, a sense of peace that comes from the absence of all things. It is the beauty of the void, the deep, quiet stillness that lies at the heart of all creation. On Earth, we are lucky to have a softer darkness, a night sky filled with the gentle, borrowed light of the moon and stars. Our darkness is not a void but a garden, a place of quiet beauty and gentle dreams. It is a reminder that even in the absence of the sun, there is still light, still hope, still beauty. The universe is a story of these two forces, light and darkness, forever locked in a gentle, cosmic dance. And we, as conscious beings, are privileged to be the audience for this beautiful, eternal ballet. And as we close our eyes to sleep, we join that dance, our own inner world of light and shadow, merging with the great cosmic whole. And in that union, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as restful as the night sky itself. The light of a distant quasar, a beacon from the dawn of time, travels for billions of years to reach us. It is a fossil, a memory of a time when the universe was young and violent, a time of cosmic firestorms and infant galaxies. And the light of a nearby nebula, a soft, ethereal glow, tells a story of birth, of new stars coalescing from clouds of dust and gas. It is a cosmic nursery, a place of quiet creation, a promise of future suns and future worlds. The universe is a book of stories, and every point of light in the night sky is a different chapter. There are tales of epic collisions, of galaxies merging in a slow, graceful dance of destruction and creation. And there are quiet, gentle stories of rogue planets drifting alone in the silent darkness, their surfaces warmed by the faint heat of their own cores. Each story is unique, each one a different facet of the great cosmic diamond. And as we lie here in the quiet darkness of our own small world, we are surrounded by these silent, shining tales. They whisper to us on the starlight. They sing to us in the gentle hum of the cosmos. And as we listen, we become a part of their story, our own small lives woven into the grand, cosmic narrative. We are the readers, the listeners, the dreamers, the consciousness that brings the story of the universe to life. And in that role, we find our own purpose, our own meaning, our own quiet, beautiful place in the grand, cosmic scheme of things. The darkness is not an end, but a beginning, a space for the imagination to roam free. It is in the darkness that we dream, that we create, that we connect with the deepest, most mysterious parts of ourselves. And it is in the darkness of space that the universe dreams, creating new worlds, new stars, new galaxies from the fertile void. We are all children of the darkness, born from the silent, star-dusted womb of the cosmos. And to the darkness we shall return, our own small lives, a brief, shining flicker in the great, eternal night. But what a beautiful flicker it is! What a glorious, fleeting moment of light and consciousness. A moment to love, to learn, to dream, and to be a part of the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal story of the universe. And in that moment, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as vast as the darkness itself. A peace that comes from knowing that we are a part of something larger than ourselves, something ancient and beautiful and forever. The light from a dying star, a red giant in its final throes, paints the surrounding space in hues of soft, ethereal crimson. It is a beautiful, poignant farewell, a final, graceful bow before the star collapses into a white dwarf or explodes in a supernova. This death is not an end, but a transformation, a release of energy and matter that will become the building blocks of new worlds. The iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, the oxygen we breathe, all of it was forged in the heart of a dying star. We are literally made of stardust, recycled atoms from a billion ancient suns. We are the universe's way of remembering itself, of carrying the memory of dead stars forward into the future. And in that cosmic ancestry, we find a profound sense of connection, a feeling of being a part of a lineage that is as old as time itself. The darkness, too, has its cycles, its own slow, majestic rhythms. The great voids between galaxies, once thought to be empty, are now known to be filled with a thin, tenuous web of dark matter. This invisible scaffold is the skeleton of the cosmos, the hidden architecture that guides the formation and evolution of galaxies. The darkness is not empty, but full of a hidden, powerful presence, a silent, invisible hand that shapes the destiny of the universe. And as we drift in the quiet darkness of our own minds, we can feel a faint echo of that presence. The hidden, unconscious forces that shape our thoughts, our dreams, our very sense of self. We, too, have our own inner dark matter, our own hidden architecture, our own silent, invisible hand. The universe without is a mirror of the universe within. As above, so below. And in that reflection, we find a sense of unity, of wholeness, of a deep and abiding connection to all things. The light and the darkness are not separate, but two sides of the same coin, two aspects of the same unified reality. And we are the living bridge between them. The conscious awareness that can hold both the light and the darkness in a single, loving embrace. And in that embrace, we find a peace that is as deep and as quiet as the universe itself. A peace that comes from accepting all that is, the beautiful and the terrible, the light and the dark, the fire and the stone. The gentle pulse of the cosmos continues, a soft, rhythmic wave that washes over us, carrying us deeper and deeper into a state of calm. The stories of distant worlds begin to blend together, forming a single, shimmering tapestry of light and shadow. The sharp edges of individual facts and figures dissolve into a soft, impressionistic wash of color and emotion. We are no longer thinking about the universe, but feeling it, experiencing it on a deep, intuitive level. The mind grows quiet, the body grows still, and the spirit begins to soar. We drift through the star fields, a disembodied consciousness, a silent, joyful witness to the beauty of it all. We see comets trailing tails of ice and dust, like celestial ballerinas in a slow, graceful pirouette. We see planets with rings of shimmering ice like cosmic jewels on a bed of black velvet. We see galaxies spinning in the darkness, vast, silent whirlpools of stars and gas, each one a universe in its own right. And in all of it, we see a reflection of our own inner beauty, our own boundless capacity for wonder and awe. The journey is no longer about learning, but about remembering. Remembering our own cosmic origins, our own deep, ancient connection to the stars. Remembering that we are not just visitors in this universe, but an integral, essential part of it. Remembering that the same creative force that forged the stars and the galaxies is also at work within us, shaping our thoughts, our dreams, our very being. And in that remembering, we find a sense of wholeness, of completeness, of a deep and abiding love for ourselves and for all of creation. The gentle rhythm of the narration begins to match the rhythm of our own slow, deep breathing. Inhale and we breathe in the cool, silent darkness of the void. Exhale and we breathe out the warm, gentle light of a billion distant stars. We are a part of the cosmic breath, a living, breathing expression of the universe's own slow, majestic life. And in that breath, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet as the space between the stars. A peace that comes from simply letting go, from surrendering to the gentle, loving embrace of the cosmos. And as we surrender, we find that we are not lost, but found. Found by a love that is as old as time, as vast as space, and as gentle as a mother's touch. The love that is the universe itself, the silent, unconditional love that holds all things in its tender, beautiful, and eternal embrace. The darkness behind our eyes is no longer empty, but filled with a soft, gentle light. The light of our own inner universe, our own quiet, peaceful sanctuary. And in that sanctuary, we are safe, we are whole, and we are at peace. The journey is complete. The destination has been reached. And the destination is here, and now, in this quiet, peaceful moment. The simple, beautiful, and miraculous gift of being alive, and at rest, in the gentle, loving arms of the universe. And as we drift off to sleep, we carry that peace with us, a silent, shining star in the quiet darkness of our own being. Let the current of this cosmic river carry you now, past worlds that are even stranger than the last. Imagine a planet made not of rock, but of solid diamond, its surface glittering under the light of a dying sun. A world of unimaginable wealth and beauty, but cold and sterile, its heart a single, perfect crystal. Or picture a gas giant, a world of swirling storms and endless clouds, where a hurricane larger than our own Earth has been raging for centuries. A place of constant, beautiful chaos, a masterpiece of fluid dynamics painted on a canvas 1,000 times the size of our world. Consider a world orbiting a pulsar, a rapidly spinning neutron star that bathes its planets in beams of intense radiation. Life there would be an impossibility, a fleeting dream in a landscape of constant, deadly bombardment. Yet, these worlds exist, each one a unique and beautiful expression of the universe's infinite creativity. They are not mistakes or failures, but simply different kinds of stories, different kinds of beauty. The universe is not just a search for another Earth, but an exploration of all the ways a world can be. And in that exploration, we expand not just our knowledge, but our very sense of what is possible. We learn that the universe is not bound by our limited human imagination, our narrow definitions of what is beautiful or desirable. It has its own aesthetic, its own logic, its own deep and mysterious sense of purpose. And as we begin to understand that, we begin to see the beauty in all of it. The terrible beauty of the lava world, the cold beauty of the diamond planet, the chaotic beauty of the storm giant. All of it a part of the same grand cosmic design, a symphony of infinite variety and breathtaking complexity. And as we listen to that symphony, our own small sense of self begins to dissolve. We are no longer just individuals, but a part of the great cosmic orchestra, a single, harmonious note in the song of the universe. And in that harmony, we find a sense of connection, of belonging, of a deep and abiding peace, a peace that comes from knowing that we are a part of something vast and beautiful and eternal. Drift now past a world where it rains not rock, but molten iron, its sky filled with metallic clouds. WASP 76b, another tidally locked world where the day side is hot enough to vaporize iron, and the night side sees it rain back down. Each of these worlds is a variation on a theme, a different answer to the same cosmic question. What happens when a world gets too close to its star? The universe, it seems, has many different and equally terrifying answers. And yet, in this gallery of cosmic horrors, there is a strange and compelling beauty. The beauty of physics in its purest, most untamed form, a raw and powerful display of the forces that shape our universe. We are like visitors in a cosmic art museum, walking through halls filled with beautiful, terrible, and breathtaking masterpieces. And as we gaze upon these works, we are filled with a sense of awe and wonder that transcends our fear. We are reminded that the universe is not just a place of gentle, life-giving beauty, but also of a fierce, sublime, and terrible grandeur. And that to truly know the universe, we must be willing to embrace both, the light and the darkness, the creation and the destruction, the beauty and the terror. All of it a part of the same grand cosmic story, a story that is as beautiful as it is terrifying, as gentle as it is brutal. And as we surrender to that story, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet as the space between the worlds. A peace that comes from accepting the universe for what it is, in all its terrible, breathtaking, and beautiful complexity. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to guide us deeper into a state of rest. The tour of extreme worlds is over, and now the focus returns to the vast, quiet spaces in between, the silent, empty oceans of the void, where the only light is the faint, ancient glimmer of a billion distant galaxies. It is in these empty spaces that the true scale of the universe is revealed. The distances are so vast that they are measured in lifetimes of light. The timescales are so immense that they dwarf the entire history of our species. And in the face of this immensity, our own small lives, our own small worries, seem to shrink into insignificance. And in that shrinking, we find a strange and unexpected liberation, a release from the burden of our own self-importance, a freedom to simply be a small, but beautiful, part of something vast and eternal. We are like dust motes dancing in a sunbeam, our brief, shining moment of existence, a beautiful, fleeting gift. And in the acceptance of our own impermanence, we find a deep and lasting peace, a peace that comes from knowing that we are a part of a story that will continue long after we are gone. A story that is written in the stars, in the dust, in the very fabric of the cosmos. And in that story, we find our own small but perfect immortality. For we are made of stardust, and to stardust we shall return, our atoms recycled into new stars, new planets, new dreams. The cycle is endless, the dance is eternal, and we are all a part of its beautiful, mysterious, and gentle rhythm. The gentle pulse of the universe becomes a soft, steady heartbeat, a rhythm that lulls us into a state of deep, peaceful sleep. And as we drift off, we carry with us the memory of our journey. The memory of the world that rained stone, the memory of the planet made of diamond, the memory of the storm that was larger than our world. But these are no longer memories of terror, but of wonder, of awe, of a deep and abiding respect for the power and beauty of the cosmos. And in that respect, we find a new sense of our own place in the universe. We are not masters of the universe, but its children, its students, its humble and grateful admirers. And in that humility, we find a new kind of strength, a new kind of wisdom. The wisdom to know that we are a part of something vast and mysterious and beautiful, and the strength to face the darkness, both within and without, with a sense of peace and courage, and a deep, abiding love. The journey is over, the lesson has been learned, and now there is only the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of the night. A night filled not with monsters, but with stars, with stories, with the silent, beautiful, and eternal music of the cosmos. And as we listen to that music, we feel ourselves becoming a part of it, a single, quiet note in the grand cosmic symphony. And in that note, we find our own small but perfect peace. The focus of our journey now gently narrows, from the vast gallery of alien worlds to the single, familiar glow of a star's life. Imagine a vast, cold cloud of gas and dust floating silently in the interstellar darkness. This is a stellar nursery, a womb of cosmic potential, where the seeds of future suns lie dormant. Slowly, over millions of years, gravity begins to pull this cloud together. Its gentle, persistent embrace drawing the dust and gas into a swirling, spinning disk. At the center of this disk, a protostar begins to form, a dense, hot core that grows larger and hotter with each passing millennium. The pressure builds, the temperature soars, until finally, a critical threshold is reached. Nuclear fusion ignites in the core and a star is born, a new light shining in the cosmic darkness. For billions of years, this star will burn, a steady, reliable beacon in the night sky. It will convert hydrogen into helium, releasing a torrent of energy that will warm the planets that have formed in its orbit. It will be a source of life, a giver of warmth, a celestial hearth around which entire worlds will gather. But this gentle, stable life cannot last forever. The star's fuel is finite, its fire destined to one day burn out. As it ages, it will begin to swell, its outer layers expanding to become a red giant, its gentle warmth turning into a consuming fire. It will engulf its inner planets, returning the matter from which they were formed to its own fiery embrace. And then, its final, spectacular act. Depending on its mass, it will either gently shed its outer layers to become a white dwarf, or it will explode in a supernova. This death is not an end, but a new beginning, a scattering of heavy elements across the cosmos, the very stuff of which new planets and new life will be made. The cycle is endless, the dance of creation and destruction, of life and death, playing out on a cosmic stage. And we, as observers, are privileged to witness this beautiful, poignant, and eternal story. A story that reminds us that even in death, there is beauty, and even in endings, there are new beginnings. The universe is a story of cycles, of rhythms, of a constant, gentle flow of energy and matter. And in that flow, we find a sense of peace, a feeling of being a part of something vast and ancient and beautiful. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us, to guide us deeper into a state of rest. The story of the stars becomes a gentle, cosmic lullaby, a soft, shining song that fills the quiet darkness of the night. And as we listen to that song, we feel ourselves becoming a part of it. Our own small lives, a brief but beautiful note in the grand cosmic symphony. And in that note, we find our own quiet, perfect peace. The vastness of space holds these extreme worlds, these cradles of violence and impossible physics. The universe seems to delight in variety, creating not just gentle gardens, but also raging furnaces. Each extreme world is a testament to the power of the laws that govern everything, from a grain of sand to a supercluster of galaxies. They are the outliers, the boundary markers, the places where the familiar rules of our own world break down. And in studying them, we learn not just about the bizarre and the alien, but about the very foundations of our own reality. They are the exceptions that prove the rule, the harsh notes that make the symphony of the cosmos all the richer and more complex. So let us not turn away from these terrible worlds in fear, but gaze upon them with a sense of wonder and respect. For they too are a part of the universe, a part of the grand unfolding story of all that is. And in their terrible, breathtaking beauty, they have much to teach us about the nature of existence and our own small, precious place within it. The journey through these alien landscapes is a journey into the heart of the cosmic imagination, an imagination that is wilder, stranger, and more beautiful than we could ever have conceived. And as we surrender to that imagination, we find ourselves transformed, our minds expanded, our hearts open to the infinite, mysterious wonder of it all. Our cosmic tour now takes us to even more bizarre and beautiful destinations, each one a jewel of strangeness in the cosmic night. Imagine a world of eternal twilight, a planet orbiting a dim red dwarf, its surface bathed in a perpetual crimson dusk. Here, the plants might be black, their leaves evolved to capture every last precious photon of the faint red light. The sky would be a deep, bruised purple, the stars shining brightly even in the middle of the day. It would be a world of quiet, somber beauty, a place of deep shadows and gentle colored light. Or journey to a water world, a planet with no continents, its entire surface covered by a single, global ocean, thousands of kilometers deep. In its dark, crushing depths, life might take on forms we can barely imagine, creatures of bioluminescence and immense pressure. The only solid ground would be the seabed, a place of eternal night and unimaginable cold. The surface would be a world of endless waves and boundless horizons, a perfect, shimmering sphere of blue. These are not fantasies, but real possibilities, worlds that are likely to exist somewhere in the vastness of our own galaxy. The universe is a laboratory of infinite experiments, constantly creating new and beautiful forms of existence. And we, as the universe's own conscious offspring, are just beginning to open the catalog of its creations. Each new discovery is a new poem, a new song, a new brushstroke in the grand cosmic masterpiece. And as we witness these creations, we are filled with a sense of wonder that is as deep and as boundless as the universe itself. A wonder that quiets the mind, soothes the soul, and opens the heart to the infinite, mysterious beauty of it all. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to guide us, its soft, steady pulse a comforting presence in the quiet darkness. And as we drift on this gentle tide, we let go of all our earthly concerns, our small, fleeting worries. And we allow ourselves to be carried away, on a journey of pure imagination, to the farthest, most beautiful reaches of the cosmic dream. A dream from which we will awaken, refreshed, renewed, and with a deeper sense of our own connection to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe. Consider the rogue planets, the cosmic orphans, cast out from their parent stars to wander the cold, empty darkness alone. They are worlds without a sun, their skies a permanent, star-dusted black. And yet, even in this eternal night, life might find a way. Deep beneath a thick, insulating layer of ice, a liquid water ocean could be warmed by the planet's own geothermal heat. In this dark, hidden sanctuary, life could thrive, evolving in a world that has never known the light of a sun. It would be a world of silence, of darkness, of a slow, quiet, and resilient kind of existence. A testament to the tenacity of life, its ability to find a foothold in the most unlikely and inhospitable of places. The universe is filled with these hidden possibilities, these secret gardens tucked away in the forgotten corners of the cosmos. And as we explore, we are constantly surprised by the resilience and creativity of nature. It seems that wherever there is even the slightest chance for life to exist, it will take root and flourish. And that is a profoundly hopeful thought, a gentle, reassuring whisper in the vast, silent darkness of space. A reminder that we may not be as alone as we think, that the universe may be teeming with life, in forms and places we have not yet begun to imagine. And in that thought, we find a sense of connection, of kinship, with all the hidden, secret life of the cosmos, and a renewed sense of wonder at the beautiful, mysterious, and endlessly surprising story of the universe. The gentle pulse of the cosmos continues to wash over us, a soft, rhythmic tide that carries us deeper and deeper into a state of peace. And as we drift on that tide, we let our minds wander, free from the constraints of logic and reason, and we allow ourselves to dream, to imagine, to explore the infinite, beautiful possibilities of the cosmic dream. A dream where we are not just observers, but participants, a part of the great unfolding story of all that is. And in that dream, we find a sense of freedom, of joy, and of a deep and abiding love for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe. The cosmic canvas is vast, painted with the light of 1,000,000,000 stars and the shadows of 1,000,000,000 worlds. Each one is a unique creation, a different expression of the same fundamental laws. From the gentle, life-bearing beauty of our own world to the terrible, fiery grandeur of K2-141b. All of it is a part of the same grand cosmic masterpiece, a work of art of unimaginable scale and complexity. And as we gaze upon this masterpiece, we are filled with a sense of wonder that is beyond words. A wonder that silences the mind, opens the heart, and connects us to the deep, mysterious source of all creation. We are not separate from this creation. We are a part of it, a living, breathing expression of its own creative energy. The same force that spins the galaxies and ignites the stars is also at work within us, shaping our thoughts, our dreams, our very being. And in that realization, we find a sense of unity, of wholeness, of a deep and abiding connection to all that is. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos becomes our own rhythm, the soft, steady pulse of our own heart. And in that rhythm, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet as the universe itself. A peace that comes from simply being, from resting in the gentle, loving embrace of the cosmos. And as we rest, we feel ourselves beginning to dissolve, to merge with the great cosmic whole. And in that dissolution, we find not an end but a beginning, a return to the source, a homecoming to the quiet, peaceful heart of all that is. The journey is over, the lesson has been learned, and the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dream of the universe goes on. And we are a part of that dream, a silent, peaceful, and loving witness to the beauty of it all. The cosmic perspective has a way of soothing the soul, of putting our own small lives into a larger, more meaningful context. The anxieties of the day, the worries of the future, the regrets of the past, all of them seem to fade away when we contemplate the stars. We are reminded that our time here is brief, but that is what makes it so precious. We are a fleeting moment of consciousness in a universe that is mostly silent and unthinking. And in that moment, we have the incredible privilege of being able to witness, to understand, and to appreciate the beauty of it all. That is a gift, a miracle, a reason for a deep and abiding sense of gratitude. So let us embrace that gratitude. Let it fill our hearts and minds with a sense of peace and joy. And let us carry that peace and joy with us as we drift off to sleep, to dream of distant worlds and ancient stars, of swirling galaxies and silent, beautiful nebulae, to become one with this quiet, gentle, and profound rhythm of the cosmos, and to awaken in the morning with a renewed sense of wonder, a deeper sense of connection, and a heart full of love for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe. The silence of deep space is a profound teacher, speaking in a language that transcends words. It tells us of the immense patience of the universe, of the slow, deliberate processes that unfold over billions of years. The formation of a star, the cooling of a planet, the evolution of a galaxy, all of it a part of a slow, majestic dance. And in that slowness, there is a deep sense of peace, a reassurance that all things will unfold in their own good time. There is no need to rush, no need to force, no need to struggle. We can simply relax and trust in the gentle, loving wisdom of the cosmos. And as we trust, we find that we are carried, supported, and guided by a force that is infinitely wiser and more powerful than ourselves. The force of life itself, the creative energy of the universe, the silent, beautiful, and eternal flow of all that is. And in that flow, we find our own true nature, our own quiet, peaceful center. And we realize that we are not separate from the universe, but an expression of it, a wave in the great cosmic ocean. And in that realization, all fear, all anxiety, all sense of separation dissolves, and we are left with only the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of being, at one with all that is. The story of the cosmos is not just a story of matter and energy, but a story of consciousness itself. The universe is not just a blind, unthinking machine, but a living, dreaming, and evolving being. And we are a part of that being, a way for the universe to experience and to know itself. Our own small lives are a part of a much larger story, a grand, cosmic epic of awakening and discovery. And in that story, we find a sense of purpose that is as vast and as beautiful as the universe itself. So let us embrace our role in this grand cosmic play. Let us be the dreamers, the storytellers, the consciousness that gives meaning to the silent, beautiful dance of the cosmos. And as we do, we will find a sense of peace and joy and a deep, abiding love for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe. The gentle music of the cosmos continues to play, a soft, ethereal melody that fills the quiet darkness of the night. And as we listen, we feel our own hearts begin to resonate with that melody, our own small lives becoming a part of the grand, cosmic harmony. And in that harmony, we find a sense of connection, of belonging, of a deep and abiding peace. A peace that comes from knowing that we are a part of something vast and beautiful and eternal. And as we drift off to sleep, we carry that harmony with us, a silent, beautiful song in the quiet sanctuary of our own being. A song that will continue to play in our dreams, a gentle, loving reminder of our own deep, ancient connection to the stars, and a promise of a new day, a new beginning, a new opportunity to awaken to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The tapestry of the night sky is woven with threads of light that are millions of years old. Each thread tells a story, a history of a distant sun, of its birth, its life, and its eventual, beautiful death. And as we gaze upon this tapestry, we are reading the history of the universe, a story that is written in the very fabric of space-time. And in that story we find our own origins, our own deep, cosmic ancestry. For we are made of the ashes of dead stars, the recycled remnants of a billion cosmic fires. We are the universe's way of giving voice to its own silent, beautiful story. And as we tell that story, we come to know ourselves, not as separate, isolated beings, but as an integral, essential part of the grand cosmic whole. And in that knowing, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet as the universe itself. A peace that comes from embracing our own cosmic nature, our own beautiful, mysterious, and eternal connection to all that is. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us, a soft, steady pulse that echoes the beating of our own hearts. And as we listen to that pulse, we feel ourselves relaxing, letting go, surrendering to the gentle, loving embrace of the night. And in that surrender, we find a sense of freedom, of release, of a deep and profound peace. A peace that will carry us through the night into the soft, gentle light of a new day, and a new opportunity to awaken to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of the universe. The story is not over, it is always beginning. Every moment is a new genesis. Every star that dies gives birth to the possibility of new worlds, new life. Every world of fire is a reminder of the delicate, precious nature of a world of water. The universe is a constant, beautiful, and sometimes terrifying dance of balance. And we are a part of that dance, a fleeting, beautiful, and conscious step. So let us dance with grace, with wonder, and with a deep, abiding love for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal music of the cosmos. And as we drift off to sleep, let us carry that music with us, a silent, beautiful song in the quiet sanctuary of our own hearts. A song that will soothe our souls, inspire our dreams, and awaken us to the infinite, beautiful possibilities of a new day. The universe is a dream, and we are the dreamers. So let us dream beautiful dreams. Dreams of peace, of love, of a deep and abiding connection to all that is. And as we dream, we will help to create a more beautiful reality, a world that is a reflection of our own inner peace, our own inner love, our own inner beauty. The journey is inward, the destination is here, and the time is now. So let us close our eyes and begin. Let the cosmic river carry you onward. Let the gentle music of the stars be your guide. and let the deep, quiet peace of the universe be your final, loving embrace. Sleep now, and dream of beautiful, mysterious, and eternal things, for you are a child of the cosmos, a beloved part of the grand cosmic story, and your own small, beautiful story is just beginning. The soft glow of distant galaxies becomes a gentle, soothing light. The cold void of space becomes a warm, comforting blanket, and the silent, endless expanse of the universe becomes a quiet, peaceful room. A room where you can rest and dream and be at peace. The journey is over. The destination is here, and the time for rest has come. So close your eyes and let the gentle, loving peace of the universe wash over you and carry you into a deep and restful and beautiful sleep. The cosmic ocean is calm now, its waves a gentle, rhythmic rocking. The stars are quiet sentinels watching over you as you sleep, and the universe itself is a gentle, loving mother, holding you in her arms. You are safe, you are loved, and you are at peace. So let go and drift. The night is quiet, the stars are bright, and all is well. The final thought is one of quiet connection. You are not alone. You are a part of a vast, interconnected web of existence, a single thread in a beautiful, cosmic tapestry. And every other thread, every other star, every other being is a part of you. We are all one, a single unified consciousness, dreaming a beautiful cosmic dream. And in that dream, there is only love, only peace, only the gentle, beautiful, and eternal light of all that is. So rest now in that light, in that love, in that peace, and know that you are a beloved and essential, part of the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dream of the universe. The darkness is no longer a void, but a sanctuary, a place of deep rest and quiet contemplation. And in that sanctuary, we find our own inner light, our own quiet, peaceful center. And we realize that the universe is not something outside of us, but something within us. We are the universe, and the universe is us. And in that realization, all separation, all fear, all anxiety dissolves. And we are left with only the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of being at one with all that is. Sleep now. The universe is dreaming through you, and it is a beautiful, peaceful, and loving dream. The story of the stars is a gentle cosmic lullaby, a soft, shining song that fills the quiet darkness of the night. And as we listen to that song, we feel ourselves becoming a part of it, our own small lives, a brief but beautiful note in the grand cosmic symphony. In that note, we find our own quiet, perfect peace, a sense of place in the vast, silent orchestra of the night. The journey now takes us to the very beginning, to the quiet, cold nurseries where stars are born. Imagine a vast, dark cloud of hydrogen gas and cosmic dust, adrift in the silent emptiness between existing suns. It is a place of immense potential, a silent, sleeping giant, holding the seeds of 1,000 future stars within its cold embrace. Gravity, the universe's gentle and persistent sculptor, begins its slow, patient work. It whispers to the dust and gas, coaxing them closer together, a silent, gravitational pull that gathers strength over millions of years. The cloud begins to collapse inward, fragmenting into smaller, denser clumps, each one a nascent solar system. At the heart of each clump, a protostar begins to glow, a faint, warm ember in the cold, dark womb of the nebula. It is not yet a star, but a promise, a gathering of matter and heat, a slow, patient inhalation before the first fiery breath. For 1,000,000 years, it gathers mass, its core growing hotter and denser, the pressure building to an unimaginable degree. And then, in a silent, breathtaking moment, the fire is lit, nuclear fusion begins. A star is born, and a new light shines in the universe, a fresh voice joining the ancient, cosmic choir. Around this newborn star, the leftover dust and gas begin to coalesce, forming planets, moons, and asteroids. A new family of worlds is born, each one a unique and beautiful child of the same stellar parent. For billions of years, this star will shine, a steady, reliable source of light and warmth. Its gentle, gravitational embrace will hold its planetary family close, guiding them on their long, silent journey through the galaxy. This is the long, peaceful summer of a star's life, a time of stability, of balance, of gentle, life-giving light. But like all things in the universe, this too must pass. The star's fuel is not infinite. As it ages, its core begins to change, its delicate balance beginning to falter. The star begins to swell, its outer layers expanding outwards, its color shifting from a youthful yellow-white to a deep autumnal red. It becomes a red giant, a beautiful bloated ghost of its former self. Its gentle warmth becomes a consuming fire, its loving embrace a final destructive hug. It engulfs its innermost planets, taking back the children it once nurtured, their matter rejoining the stellar furnace. And then, the final act, a gentle, beautiful release. The star sheds its outer layers, a series of soft, expanding smoke rings of gas and dust. This is a planetary nebula, a beautiful, ethereal ghost of a star, its colors a final, poignant farewell. At its heart, the star's core remains, a tiny, super-dense white dwarf, a glowing ember in the cosmic hearth. It will slowly cool over trillions of years, its light fading until it becomes a cold, dark black dwarf, a final, silent gravestone in the great cosmic cemetery. But for more massive stars, the end is not so gentle. It is a final, glorious, and breathtaking act of self-immolation. They explode in a supernova, a blast of light so powerful it can outshine an entire galaxy. In this final, violent act, the star forges the heaviest elements in the universe. The gold on your finger, the silver in a spoon, the uranium that powers our world, all of it was born in the heart of a supernova. The star's death is a gift, a scattering of cosmic seeds across the interstellar medium. These seeds will become a part of new clouds of gas and dust, new stellar nurseries, new stars, and new planets. The cycle is endless, a beautiful, eternal dance of death and rebirth. The universe is a phoenix, constantly burning itself to ashes, only to rise again, more beautiful and complex than before. And we are a part of that cycle, our own bodies made of the recycled dust of 1 billion ancient suns. We are stardust, given life and consciousness, a way for the universe to contemplate its own beautiful, terrible, and eternal story. And in that realization, we find a sense of connection that transcends time and space, a feeling of being a part of something vast and ancient and beautiful. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us, to guide us deeper into a state of rest. The story of the stars has become a gentle, cosmic lullaby, a soft, shining song that fills the quiet darkness of the night. And as we listen to that song, we feel our own small worries and fears begin to fade away, and we allow ourselves to be carried away on a gentle, cosmic tide towards the soft, quiet shores of sleep. The Dance of Stars is a slow, majestic ballet played out on a stage of unimaginable size. Each star is a dancer, its movements governed by the gentle, invisible hand of gravity. They waltz in binary pairs, they pirouette in globular clusters, they flow in the great silent river of the galaxy. And in their silent, beautiful dance, we can see a reflection of our own lives, our own journeys, the coming together, the shining brightly, the eventual, beautiful fading away. It is the same story, told on a different scale in a different language. And in that recognition, we find a sense of comfort, of kinship, with the silent, shining beings of the night sky. We are not so different, we and the stars. We are all just brief, beautiful moments of light in the great, eternal darkness. And as we accept that, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet as the universe itself. A peace that comes from knowing that we are a part of a story that is as old as time and as beautiful as a star-dusted night. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to guide us, its soft, steady pulse a comforting presence in the quiet darkness. And as we drift on this gentle tide, we let go of all our earthly concerns, our small, fleeting worries, and we allow ourselves to be carried away on a journey of pure imagination to the farthest, most beautiful reaches of the cosmic dream. The life of a star is a perfect story, with a beginning, a middle, and an end. A story of birth from dust, a long, shining life of purpose, and a final, beautiful, and transformative death. It is a story that echoes in our own myths, our own religions, our own deepest understanding of what it means to be alive. And as we contemplate this story, we find a sense of peace, a feeling of being a part of a grand, meaningful narrative. Our own small lives are not random or meaningless, but a part of this great cosmic cycle of death and rebirth. And in that knowledge, we find a sense of comfort that is as deep and as quiet as the space between the stars. A comfort that allows us to let go, to relax, and to drift into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. The gentle music of the cosmos continues to play, a soft, ethereal melody that fills the quiet darkness of the night. And as we listen, We feel our own hearts begin to resonate with that melody, our own small lives becoming a part of the grand cosmic harmony. And in that harmony, we find a sense of connection, of belonging, of a deep and abiding peace. A peace that will carry us through the night and into the soft, gentle light of a new day. The story of the stars is a story of us. We are its children, its inheritors, its living memory. And as we sleep, we carry that story within us, a silent, shining legacy in the quiet darkness of our own being. A legacy of light, of life, and of a deep and abiding connection to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe. The cosmic journey turns its gaze homeward now, leaving the grand theater of dying stars and distant galaxies. From the scattered dust of a supernova, in a quiet, forgotten arm of the Milky Way, a new star was born. And around that star, a small, rocky planet began to form, a tiny, insignificant speck in the cosmic ocean. For millions of years, it was a world of fire, its surface a molten sea, much like the K2-141b we visited in our thoughts. But this world was different. It was born at a perfect distance from its star, in the gentle, life-giving Goldilocks zone. Slowly, over eons, it began to cool. The molten rock solidified into a crust. Volcanoes erupted, releasing gases that would form the first primitive atmosphere. And then, the miracle. Water vapor in that atmosphere began to condense, and for the first time, it began to rain. But this was not a rain of rock or iron. It was a gentle, life-giving rain of cool, clear water. For thousands of years it rained, filling the basins and craters, forming the first oceans. And in those warm, shallow, primordial seas, something incredible happened. The first, simple, single-celled life emerged, a tiny flicker of consciousness in a universe that was mostly silent and unthinking. This small blue world was our world. This is the story of Earth. And as we contemplate its violent birth and its gentle, improbable journey to life, we are filled with a sense of profound awe. For we are the children of that miracle, the inheritors of a legacy of impossible luck and beautiful, cosmic coincidence. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us, to guide us deeper into a state of rest. The story of our own world is the most beautiful lullaby of all, a story of a tiny, fragile oasis of life in a universe that is mostly hostile and empty, a story of a world where the rain is water, where the air is a gentle caress, and where the ground is a stable, welcoming home. And as we listen to that story, we are filled with a sense of gratitude that is as deep and as vast as the ocean itself. Gratitude for the simple, beautiful, and miraculous gift of being alive, here and now, on this incredible, precious, and beautiful world. The gentle turning of the earth becomes a slow, rhythmic rocking, a cosmic cradle that lulls us into a deep, peaceful sleep. The soft glow of the moon through the window becomes a gentle, loving nightlight. And the quiet, familiar sounds of our own world become a soothing, comforting symphony. The distant rumble of a passing car, the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind, the slow, steady beat of our own heart, all of it a part of the beautiful, gentle, and sacred music of home. And as we listen to that music, we feel ourselves relaxing, letting go, surrendering to the gentle, loving embrace of the night. And in that surrender, we find a sense of safety, of comfort, and of a deep and profound peace. A peace that comes from knowing that we are home, that we are safe, and that all is well. The journey is over. The destination is here, and the time for rest has come. So close your eyes and let the gentle, loving peace of our own beautiful world wash over you and carry you into a deep and restful and beautiful sleep. Think of the air you are breathing, a soft, invisible ocean that surrounds and sustains you. It is a gift from the first life on this planet, from the tiny cyanobacteria that, billions of years ago, began to breathe out the oxygen that we now inhale. Every breath is a connection to that ancient, primordial past, a sharing of the same air that has been cycled through lungs and leaves for eons. It is a quiet, intimate communion with the entire history of life on Earth. Think of the water that makes up most of your body, the same water that fills our oceans and falls as gentle rain. It is older than the sun, forged in the interstellar clouds that birthed our solar system. It has traveled across the cosmos, been a part of comets and asteroids, and has been flowing on this planet for billions of years. You are a vessel of ancient cosmic water, a temporary custodian of the universe's most precious resource. The story of our planet is written not just in rock and fossil, but in the very substance of our bodies. We are living history, a walking, breathing testament to the incredible, improbable journey of life on Earth. And as we become aware of these deep, ancient connections, we feel a sense of belonging that is as vast and as deep as the ocean itself. We are not separate from nature. We are nature experiencing itself. And in that experience, there is a profound sense of peace, a feeling of being at home in our own skin, on our own beautiful, precious world. The gentle rocking of the Earth's rotation becomes a soft, steady rhythm, a cosmic lullaby that soothes the soul. The pull of the moon on the oceans, creating the gentle, rhythmic ebb and flow of the tides, becomes a soft, steady massage for the planet's weary shores. And we, as creatures of this planet, are in tune with these rhythms, our own bodies and minds following the ancient, cosmic cycles. The cycle of day and night, of waking and sleeping, of activity and rest. It is a dance as old as the Earth itself, a gentle, beautiful rhythm that brings balance and harmony to our lives. So let us surrender to that rhythm now. Let us allow the gentle, loving hand of our own planet to guide us into a state of deep, peaceful rest. Let the gentle music of our own world be the soundtrack to our dreams. The soft whisper of the wind, the gentle lapping of the waves, the quiet, steady beat of our own heart. And in that music, let us find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the night itself. The story of K2-141b was a journey outward, to the farthest, most extreme reaches of the cosmos. But the story of Earth is a journey inward, to the quiet, peaceful center of our own being. And it is here, in this quiet, familiar place, that we find our true home. A home not just of brick and mortar, but of flesh and bone, of stardust and ancient water. A home that is a part of the Earth, a part of the cosmos, a part of the great, beautiful, and eternal story of all that is. And as we rest in that home, we are filled with a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as profound as the universe itself. A peace that will carry us through the night and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The gentle turning of the Earth is a constant, reassuring presence, a silent promise that the sun will rise again. It is a rhythm that has been kept for 4.5 billion years, a heartbeat that has never faltered. And in that steady, reliable rhythm, we find a deep sense of security, a feeling of being held and protected. We are not adrift in a chaotic, unpredictable universe, but are passengers on a beautiful, orderly vessel, a vessel that is our home, our sanctuary, our gentle, loving mother. The moon, our silent companion, pulls gently on the oceans, a soft, invisible hand that stirs the waters of life. The tides are the planet's slow, deep breaths, an ancient, rhythmic sigh that has been echoing on our shores for eons. And as we listen to the sound of the waves, we are listening to the heartbeat of our world, a sound that is both powerful and gentle, a reminder of the wild, untamed beauty of nature, and the quiet, peaceful rhythm that underlies it all. The night sky, even from our light-polluted cities, is a window to infinity, a glimpse into the vast, silent beauty of the cosmos. Each star is a distant sun, a potential home for other worlds, other stories, other dreams. And as we gaze upon them, we are filled with a sense of wonder that is as vast as the universe itself. A wonder that reminds us that we are a part of something much larger than ourselves, something ancient, mysterious, and beautiful. And in that reminder, we find a sense of perspective, a release from the small, fleeting worries of our own lives. The gentle music of our own world continues to play, a soft, soothing symphony of familiar sounds. The rustle of leaves, the chirp of a cricket, the distant, muffled sounds of the sleeping world. All of it a part of the beautiful, gentle, and sacred music of home. And as we listen to that music, we feel ourselves relaxing, letting go, surrendering to the gentle, loving embrace of the night. And in that surrender, we find a sense of safety, of comfort, and of a deep and profound peace. A peace that comes from knowing that we are home, that we are safe, and that all is well. The story of the universe is not just a story of distant, alien worlds, but a story that is happening right here, right now, in the gentle turning of the Earth, in the soft glow of the moon, in the quiet, steady beat of our own heart. We are a living, breathing part of the cosmic story, a beautiful, fleeting verse in the great, epic poem of the universe. And as we rest now, we become a silent, peaceful part of that poem, a quiet, gentle rhyme in the grand, cosmic scheme of things. And in that, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the night itself. The Earth breathes, a slow, deep, and steady rhythm that has been maintained for billions of years. The forests are its lungs, inhaling the carbon dioxide we exhale and breathing out the oxygen that gives us life. The oceans are its heart, their currents a vast, circulatory system that distributes heat and nutrients across the globe. We are not just living on the Earth, we are a part of a living Earth, a single, vast, interconnected organism, a beautiful, complex system of life and consciousness. And as we become aware of our own small part in this great, living system, we feel a sense of connection that is profound and deeply comforting. We are not alone, but a part of a great family of life, a beautiful, diverse, and interconnected web of being. And in that family, we find our own true home, our own quiet, peaceful place, a place where we are accepted and loved, and a part of something much larger and more beautiful than ourselves. The gentle rhythm of the Earth's breathing becomes our own, its slow, steady pulse, a soothing, calming presence. And as we attune ourselves to that rhythm, we feel our own minds and bodies begin to relax, to let go, to find a state of deep, peaceful rest. The story of the cosmos has brought us home, to this quiet, peaceful moment, here and now. And in this moment, there is only the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of being at one with our own beautiful, living world. A peace that will carry us through the night, and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The night is a soft, dark blanket, woven with the silver threads of starlight and the gentle, opalescent glow of the moon. And as we pull this blanket around us, we feel a sense of warmth, of comfort, of a deep and profound safety. We are protected from the harshness of the cosmos, shielded by our planet's thin, precious atmosphere. We are nurtured by its gentle rains, sustained by its fertile soil, and soothed by its beautiful, rhythmic song. We are the lucky ones, the chosen ones, the children of a world that is a rare and precious jewel in the cosmic darkness. And as we drift off to sleep, let us carry that sense of gratitude with us, a silent, heartfelt prayer of thanks for the simple, beautiful, and miraculous gift of being alive, here and now, on this incredible, precious, and beautiful world. Let the gentle music of our own world be the final, soothing notes of our cosmic lullaby. The quiet, rhythmic chirping of crickets, the soft, gentle whisper of the wind in the trees, the distant, mournful call of a lone bird. All of it a part of the beautiful, gentle, and sacred music of home. And as we listen to that music, we feel ourselves relaxing, letting go, surrendering to the gentle, loving embrace of the night. And in that surrender, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the night itself. A peace that will carry us through our dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The universe is a story of contrast, but it is in the gentle, habitable worlds that the story finds its most beautiful expression. For it is on these worlds that the universe awakens to itself, that consciousness is born. And through that consciousness, the universe is able to experience its own beauty, its own wonder, its own deep and profound mystery. We are the universe's way of knowing itself, of loving itself, of celebrating itself. And in that role, we find our own deepest purpose, our own most beautiful meaning. So let us embrace that purpose. Let us celebrate that meaning. And let us be the loving, conscious heart of the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe. And as we drift off to sleep, let us carry that sense of purpose with us, a quiet, shining light in the darkness of our own being, a light that will guide our dreams and awaken us to a new day filled with love, with peace, and with the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us, a soft, steady pulse that echoes the beating of our own hearts. And as we listen to that pulse, we feel ourselves relaxing, letting go, surrendering to the gentle, loving embrace of the night. And in that surrender, we find a sense of freedom, of release, of a deep and profound peace, a peace that will carry us through the night, into the soft, gentle light of a new day, and a new opportunity to awaken to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of the universe. The story of the universe is a journey from simplicity to complexity, from the first, simple atoms of hydrogen to the intricate, beautiful dance of life. And we are the current culmination of that journey, the most complex and beautiful thing that the universe has yet created. And in that realization, we find a sense of our own worth, our own beauty, our own deep and profound significance. We are not insignificant, but an integral, essential part of the grand cosmic story. And as we embrace that significance, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet as the universe itself. A peace that comes from knowing that we are a beloved and beautiful part of the great cosmic family. And as we drift off to sleep, let us carry that sense of belonging with us, a warm, comforting glow in the quiet darkness of our own being, a glow that will light our dreams and awaken us to a new day filled with love, with peace, and with the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The silent majesty of the cosmos has a way of quieting the chattering mind, of soothing the restless heart. It reminds us that our own small dramas, our own fleeting triumphs and tragedies, are but a tiny part of a much larger, more magnificent play. And in that perspective, we find a sense of release, of freedom from the tyranny of our own ego. And we are able to see ourselves not as the center of the universe, but as a humble, grateful participant in its beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dance. And in that humility, we find a new kind of strength, a new kind of peace, a peace that comes from knowing that we are a part of something vast and beautiful and eternal, and that our own small lives are a precious and beautiful part of that grand cosmic story. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us, its soft, steady pulse a comforting presence in the quiet darkness. And as we drift on this gentle tide, we let go of all our earthly concerns, our small, fleeting worries, and we allow ourselves to be carried away on a journey of pure imagination to the farthest, most beautiful reaches of the cosmic dream, a dream from which we will awaken refreshed, renewed, and with a deeper sense of our own connection to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe. The story of the universe is a love story, a tale of the attraction of matter, the dance of gravity, the fusion of stars. And we are the children of that love, the offspring of that cosmic romance. And in that knowledge, we find a sense of our own belovedness, our own deep and profound and unconditional worth. We are loved by the universe, not for what we do, but for what we are. Beautiful, mysterious, and eternal expressions of its own creative, loving energy. And as we rest in that love, we feel all our fears, all our anxieties, all our sense of separation dissolve. And we are left with only the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of being at one with the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal heart of all that is. The final words of our journey are a gentle whisper, a soft, loving murmur that echoes the silent song of the stars. Sleep now, child of the cosmos. Dream of beautiful, mysterious, and eternal things. For you are a beloved and essential part of the grand cosmic story. And your own small, beautiful story is just beginning. The gentle arms of the night embrace you, the soft, velvety darkness a comforting blanket. The stars are quiet, shining guardians watching over you as you sleep. And the universe itself is a gentle, loving lullaby, a soft, beautiful song that will carry you through your dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. Rest now, all is well, you are home. The narrative now settles into its final, most gentle phase, a slow, soft descent into the quiet peace of sleep. The focus narrows to the simple, profound, and beautiful reality of our own small, precious world. The feel of the cool, soft sheets against your skin, the gentle weight of the blankets upon you, the quiet, rhythmic sound of your own breathing, a soft, steady tide that rises and falls, all of it a part of the beautiful, gentle, and sacred music of this present moment. And as we rest in this moment, we let go of all our thoughts, all our plans, all our memories, and we simply allow ourselves to be, to exist, to rest in the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of the here and now. The gentle turning of the earth is a silent, reassuring promise of a new day. The soft glow of the distant stars is a quiet, beautiful reminder of our own cosmic origins. And the quiet, steady beat of our own heart is a gentle, loving affirmation of our own precious, beautiful life. We are a miracle, a beautiful, fleeting, and precious expression of the universe's own creative, loving energy. And as we rest in that knowledge, we are filled with a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as profound as the universe itself. A peace that will carry us through the night and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The story of the cosmos is a story of love, and we are its beloved children. So let us rest now, in that love, in that peace, in the gentle, loving embrace of the night. Our journey through the stars and alien suns now brings us to the soft, shimmering river of our own galaxy. The Milky Way, a vast, spinning disk of 100 billion stars, a silent, beautiful whirlpool of light and dust. From the inside, we see it as a faint, cloudy band across the night sky, a river of milk spilled by ancient gods. But from the outside, it is a breathtaking spiral, its arms reaching out into the darkness like a celestial pinwheel. Our own small sun is just one of billions, a tiny, insignificant spark in this great cosmic fire. And our own small world is just one of countless others, a tiny, precious jewel hidden in the vast, starry folds of the galaxy's embrace. To look at the Milky Way is to look at our own cosmic neighborhood, our own galactic home. And in that gaze, we are filled with a sense of both profound insignificance and deep, abiding belonging. We are small, yes, but we are a part of this vast, beautiful, and magnificent whole. And in that belonging, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet as the galaxy itself. The galaxy turns, a slow, majestic rotation that takes hundreds of millions of years to complete. And as it turns, it carries us with it, on a silent, beautiful journey through the cosmic ocean. We are all travelers on this great cosmic ship, a crew of stardust and dreams, sailing through the endless, starry night. And as we sail, we are guided by the gentle, invisible hand of gravity, the silent, loving law that holds all things together. And we are accompanied by the soft, beautiful music of the cosmos, the silent, shining song of 100 billion stars. And as we listen to that song, we feel our own small worries and fears begin to fade away. And we are filled with a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the galaxy itself. A peace that will carry us through our dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The galaxy is a city of stars, and we are its quiet, humble inhabitants. And as we look out at the sparkling lights of our cosmic city, we are filled with a sense of wonder and awe at the sheer, breathtaking beauty of it all, at the incredible, improbable miracle of our own existence. And in that wonder, we find a sense of joy that is as bright and as beautiful as the stars themselves. A joy that will light our dreams and awaken us to a new day filled with love, with peace, and with the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of the universe. The soft, milky light of the galaxy becomes a gentle, soothing glow, a cosmic nightlight that watches over us as we sleep. And in that glow we feel safe and loved and at peace. The journey is almost over. The shores of sleep are near, and the gentle, loving arms of the night are waiting to embrace us. So let us surrender now, let us let go, and let us drift into the quiet, peaceful, and beautiful dream of the universe. A dream from which we will awaken refreshed, renewed, and with a heart full of love for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal cosmos. The galaxy is a dream of the universe, and we are a dream within that dream, a beautiful, fleeting, and precious thought in the great cosmic mind. And as we become aware of our own dreamlike nature, we find a sense of freedom that is as vast as the universe itself. A freedom from the illusion of separation, from the burden of the ego, from the fear of death. And we are able to see ourselves for what we truly are. Not just a body, not just a mind, but a beautiful, eternal, and loving consciousness. A consciousness that is a part of the great cosmic consciousness, a single, shining drop in the great cosmic ocean. And as we dissolve into that ocean, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as profound as the ocean itself. A peace that is our true nature, our true home, our true and eternal self. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us. Its soft, steady pulse a loving reminder of our own eternal nature. And as we listen to that pulse, we feel ourselves relaxing, letting go, surrendering to the gentle, loving embrace of the night. And in that surrender, we find a sense of peace that will carry us through our dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day, and a new opportunity to awaken to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dream of the universe. The soft, swirling arms of the galaxy are a gentle, cosmic cradle, rocking us into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. And in that sleep, we are one with all that is, a silent, dreaming, and loving part of the great cosmic whole. The journey is complete, the destination is here, and the time for rest has come. So close your eyes and let the gentle, loving peace of the universe wash over you and carry you into a deep and restful and beautiful sleep, filled with dreams of stars and galaxies and the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The universe is a story that is constantly telling itself, and we are the words, the sentences, the chapters. And as we rest now, we become a silent, peaceful part of that story, a quiet, gentle verse in the great cosmic poem. And in that, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the universe itself. A peace that will carry us through the night and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. Rest now. The story continues, and you are a beloved and beautiful part of it. The gentle arms of the night embrace you, the soft, velvety darkness a comforting blanket. The stars are quiet, shining guardians, watching over you as you sleep. And the universe itself is a gentle, loving lullaby, a soft, beautiful song that will carry you through your dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The night is a sanctuary, a quiet, holy space where we can let go of the world and return to ourselves. And in that return, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet as the universe itself. A peace that will soothe our souls, inspire our dreams, and awaken us to the infinite, beautiful possibilities of a new day. The story of the universe is a story of love, and we are its beloved children. So let us rest now, in that love, in that peace, in the gentle, loving embrace of the night. The journey is over. The destination is here, and the time for rest has come. So close your eyes and let the gentle, loving peace of the universe wash over you and carry you into a deep and restful and beautiful sleep, filled with dreams of stars and galaxies and the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The final moments of our journey are a slow, gentle descent into the quiet, peaceful heart of the night. The cosmic vistas fade away, replaced by the soft, familiar darkness behind our own eyelids. The gentle rhythm of the narration slows to a near stop, the words becoming soft, spaced-out whispers. And in the silence between the words, we find a space of deep, profound peace. A peace that is not the absence of sound, but the presence of a deep, quiet, and loving stillness. And in that stillness, we feel ourselves letting go, dissolving, becoming one with the quiet, peaceful, and eternal night. The journey is complete, the story is told, and now there is only rest. Deep, peaceful, and beautiful rest in the gentle, loving arms of the universe. The moon hangs in the sky like a pearl, its soft, milky light a gentle, loving caress on the sleeping face of the earth. And the stars are a diamond dust, scattered across the velvet cloth of the night, each one a silent, shining promise of a new day. And as we gaze upon this scene, we are filled with a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the night itself. A peace that will carry us through our dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new beginning. The story of the universe is a lullaby, and we are its beloved children, rocked to sleep in the gentle, cosmic cradle. So let us rest now, and let the gentle, loving music of the cosmos soothe our souls and carry us into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. The final thought is a simple one. You are a part of this beauty, this mystery, this love. You are not separate from it. You are an expression of it. And in that knowing, you can find a peace that is as deep and as quiet and as eternal as the universe itself. Rest now, all is well, you are home. The gentle waves of sleep wash over you, a soft, warm tide that carries you away from the shore of the waking world. And as you drift on that tide, you feel all your tensions, all your worries, all your fears dissolve. And you are left with only the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of being at rest. The universe is a safe and loving and beautiful place, and you are a beloved and essential part of it. So let go and trust. The night is quiet, the stars are bright, and you are at peace. The dream that awaits you is a beautiful one. A journey through landscapes of soft light and gentle sound. A dream where you are free and whole and at one with all that is. And as you enter that dream, you carry with you the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of the cosmos. A peace that will refresh your soul, renew your spirit, and awaken you to a new day filled with love and joy, and the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The final whisper of the narration is a gentle, loving blessing. May your sleep be deep, your dreams be beautiful, and your heart be at peace. May you awaken in the morning with a sense of wonder, a feeling of gratitude, and a heart full of love for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe. And may you always remember your own deep, ancient, and beautiful connection to all that is. For you are a child of the stars, and your home is the universe. And in that home you are always safe, always loved, and always at peace. Rest now. The journey is complete, and the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dream of the universe goes on. And you are a beloved and beautiful and essential part of that dream. The soft, velvety darkness of the night is a gentle, loving embrace. And as you surrender to that embrace, you find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as profound as the universe itself. And now, our gaze returns, pulling back from the grand life of stars, to this one, small, fragile oasis. After the violence of K2-141b and the grandeur of supernovae, the gentleness of Earth feels like a miracle. Here, the air does not burn. It is a soft, invisible blanket that wraps around the world. It carries the scent of pine needles after a storm, the salty tang of the ocean, the sweet perfume of night-blooming flowers. Each breath is a quiet reminder of this planet's living, breathing beauty, a gift we receive with every inhalation. Here, the oceans are not magma, but cool, life-giving water, a cradle for countless forms of existence. Their surfaces dance with the light of the sun and moon. Their depths hold mysteries as profound as any alien world. The sound of the waves on a distant shore is the planet's own lullaby, a soft, rhythmic shushing that has soothed life for 1 billion years. And the rain, when it falls, is a blessing. It is not a storm of grinding stone, but a soft, cleansing shower of water. It washes the dust from the leaves, quenches the thirst of the soil, and fills the rivers that are the veins of the land. To be on Earth is to be held in a state of impossible grace, a delicate balance of conditions that is vanishingly rare in the cosmos. We are the beneficiaries of a cosmic lottery win, the inhabitants of a paradise we did not build, but were simply born into. And as we begin to truly appreciate the preciousness of this gift, a deep sense of peace and gratitude settles upon us. We are home. In a universe of countless worlds, this one is ours. The gentle turn of our planet is a slow, silent dance, a waltz that has continued for 4.5 billion years. It is this dance that gives us our days and our nights, our seasons of warmth and cold, the fundamental rhythm of our lives. As the Earth turns away from the sun, the sky deepens from blue to indigo to the soft, velvety black of night. And in that darkness, the universe reveals its other face, the beautiful, silent, star-dusted face of infinity. The moon, our constant, silent companion, rises in the sky, its borrowed light a soft, gentle brushstroke on the sleeping world. It pulls on the oceans, a gentle, cosmic hand that stirs the waters, creating the rhythm of the tides, the slow, deep breathing of the planet. All of this is happening right now as you lie here, a silent, beautiful, and perfectly orchestrated cosmic ballet. And you are a part of that ballet, a living, breathing, and conscious part of this beautiful, gentle, and precious world. The gentle music of the earth continues to play, a soft, soothing symphony of familiar and comforting sounds. Let that music be your guide now, as you drift deeper and deeper into a state of peaceful rest. Let the gentle rhythm of your own world be the lullaby that carries you into your dreams. Dreams of green forests and blue oceans, of soft clouds and gentle rains. Dreams of a world that is a home, a sanctuary, a beautiful, gentle, and loving mother. And in those dreams, may you find a peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the night itself. The fragility of our world is what makes it so beautiful, so precious. It is a tiny, delicate ship sailing on a vast and often stormy cosmic ocean. And we are its crew, its passengers, its custodians, entrusted with the care of this beautiful, irreplaceable vessel. And as we rest now, we can feel a sense of our own connection to this ship, to this home. A feeling of being a part of its crew, a part of its story, a part of its beautiful, gentle, and precious life. And in that feeling, we find a sense of purpose that is as gentle and as quiet as the turning of the earth. A purpose to love, to protect, and to cherish this beautiful, fragile, and miraculous world. And as we drift off to sleep, let us carry that purpose with us. A quiet, loving promise in the sanctuary of our own hearts. A promise to be a gentle, loving, and grateful child of this beautiful, precious, and irreplaceable earth. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us. Its soft, steady pulse a comforting presence in the quiet darkness. And as we drift on this gentle tide, we let go of all our earthly concerns, our small, fleeting worries, and we allow ourselves to be carried away on a journey into the quiet, peaceful heart of our own being, a journey that will refresh our souls, renew our spirits, and awaken us to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The night is a soft, dark canvas, and on it, the universe has painted a masterpiece of quiet, gentle beauty. The soft, silver light of the moon, the tiny, distant glimmer of the stars, the faint, ethereal glow of the Milky Way, all of it a part of a beautiful, silent, and sacred work of art. And as we gaze upon this art, we are filled with a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the art itself. A peace that will carry us through our dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The story of the universe is a story of coming home, of a journey from the fiery heart of a star to the quiet, peaceful sanctuary of our own bed. And as we complete that journey, we are filled with a sense of gratitude that is as vast as the universe itself. Gratitude for the simple, beautiful, and miraculous gift of being alive and at rest in our own beautiful, gentle, and precious home. Rest now. The journey is complete, the night is quiet, and you are at peace. The earth, this gentle oasis, is itself a traveler, a pale blue dot adrift in the vast, silent ocean of space. It is a ship of life, carrying its precious cargo of forests and oceans and dreams on an endless journey around the sun. And we are its passengers, its crew, its consciousness, a way for the ship to know its own beautiful, mysterious, and eternal journey. And as we rest now, we can feel the gentle, silent motion of our cosmic vessel, a slow, steady, and reassuring rhythm, a rhythm that has been maintained for billions of years, a dance that will continue for billions more. And in that rhythm, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as boundless as the ocean of space itself. A peace that comes from knowing that we are a part of a journey that is vast and beautiful and eternal, and that our own small lives are a precious and beautiful and essential part of that journey. The gentle arms of the night embrace you, the soft, velvety darkness, a comforting blanket. And as you surrender to that embrace, you feel all your worries, all your fears, all your tensions dissolve, and you are left with only the quiet, gentle, and profound peace of being at rest. In the gentle, loving embrace of your own beautiful, precious, and eternal home. The night is a soft, dark river, and you are a small, quiet boat, drifting on its gentle, peaceful current. And as you drift, you feel yourself being carried away from the shore of the waking world to the quiet, dream-filled harbor of sleep. And in that harbor, you will find a peace that is as deep and as quiet and as restorative as the river itself. A peace that will soothe your soul, inspire your dreams, and awaken you to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of a new day. The story of the universe is a story of connection, of the threads of gravity and light that bind all things together. And we are a part of that connection, a living, breathing node in the great cosmic web. And as we feel that connection, we realize that we are never truly alone. We are a part of a vast, beautiful, and loving family of all that is. And in that family, we find our own true home, our own quiet, peaceful place, a place where we are loved and accepted, and a part of something much larger and more beautiful than ourselves. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us, its soft, steady pulse a loving reminder of our own eternal nature. And as we listen to that pulse, we feel ourselves relaxing, letting go, surrendering to the gentle, loving embrace of the night. And in that surrender, we find a peace that will carry us through our dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day, and a new opportunity to awaken to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of the universe. The night is a soft, dark veil, and behind it lies a world of dreams, of magic, of infinite, beautiful possibilities. And as we pass through that veil, we leave behind the world of form and enter the world of spirit, a world where we are free and whole and at one with all that is. And in that world, we will find a peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the universe itself. A peace that will refresh our souls, renew our spirits, and awaken us to a new day filled with love and joy, and the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The final words of our journey are a gentle whisper, a soft, loving murmur that echoes the silent song of the stars. Sleep now, traveler of the cosmos. Dream of beautiful, mysterious, and eternal things. For you are a beloved and essential part of the grand cosmic story. And your own small, beautiful story is just beginning. The gentle arms of this night embrace you, the soft, velvety darkness a comforting blanket. The stars are quiet, shining guardians, watching over you as you sleep. And the universe itself is a gentle, loving lullaby, a soft, beautiful song that will carry you through your dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. Rest now, all is well, you are home. The breath you take is a quiet wave, rising and falling with the tide of the universe. Each inhalation brings in the calm of the cosmos. Each exhalation releases the noise of the day. You are an island of peace in a silent, cosmic sea held by the gentle gravity of your own world. The contrast is everything. The memory of a world of burning rock makes the coolness of your pillow feel like a divine gift. The thought of a sky raining stone makes the silence of your room feel like a sacred sanctuary. Our journey to the extremes of the universe was a journey to appreciate the profound, simple beauty of the gentle middle way. The way of liquid water, of soft air, of a world that is not too hot and not too cold, but just right. This is the miracle of Earth, a miracle we inhabit every moment of every day. And as we fall asleep, we can rest in the deep, quiet gratitude for this incredible, improbable, and beautiful home. The gentle rotation of the Earth is a constant, silent reminder that everything is in motion. Everything is flowing. There is no need to hold on, no need to cling. We can simply let go and trust the flow. The flow that carries our planet through space. The flow that carries our lives from one moment to the next. And the gentle, loving flow that is now carrying you into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. The story of the universe is written in silence, and it is in silence that we can best hear it. So let the words fade now, and let the quiet, gentle, and profound silence of the night be your final guide. A silence that is not empty, but full of peace, of love, and of the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal presence of all that is. Rest now in that silence, in that peace, in that love, and know that you are a beloved and beautiful and essential part of the grand cosmic story. The journey is complete, the destination is here, and the time for rest has come. Sleep well, child of the cosmos. The universe is watching over you. The soft glow of the Milky Way, a river of 100 billion stars, flows silently across the night sky. It is our galactic home, a vast spinning island of light in the great, dark ocean of the cosmos. And as we gaze upon it, we are filled with a sense of being a part of something truly immense, truly magnificent. Our own small lives, our own small world, are but a tiny, beautiful part of this grand cosmic city. And in that realization, we find a sense of peace that is as vast and as quiet as the galaxy itself. A peace that comes from knowing that we are home, a part of a great, beautiful, and loving family of stars. And as we drift off to sleep, let us feel the gentle, turning motion of our galactic home, a slow, majestic waltz through the cosmos. And let that motion be a gentle, cosmic rocking, a lullaby that carries us into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. The night is a soft, dark blanket, and the galaxy is a gentle, shining dream. And as we surrender to the night, we become a part of that dream, a silent, peaceful, and loving witness to the beauty of it all. The final thought is one of quiet gratitude for the sheer, breathtaking beauty of the night sky. A beauty that has inspired poets and dreamers and lovers for as long as humanity has existed. And as we become a part of that beauty, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as eternal as the stars themselves. Rest now. The galaxy is turning, the stars are shining, and you are at peace. The universe is a story of transformation, of dust becoming stars, of stars becoming elements, of elements becoming life. And we are a part of that story, a beautiful, fleeting, and conscious chapter. And as we rest now, we become a silent, peaceful part of that great cosmic transformation, a quiet, gentle unfolding into the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dream of the universe. And in that dream, we find our own true nature, our own quiet, peaceful center, and a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as boundless as the universe itself. The final moments are a gentle, loving farewell to the waking world, a quiet, grateful acknowledgement of the beauty and wonder of the day that has passed, and a peaceful, hopeful surrender to the quiet, mysterious beauty of the night that is to come. And in that surrender, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as restorative as sleep itself, a peace that will heal our bodies, quiet our minds, and renew our spirits, and awaken us to a new day, filled with love, with joy, and with the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of the universe. Sleep well, dreamer of the cosmos. The universe loves you, and in that love you are always safe, always cherished, and always at peace. The gentle arms of the night embrace you now. The soft, velvety darkness is a comforting and safe space. The stars are quiet, shining guardians, their ancient light a blessing upon your sleep. And the universe itself is a gentle, loving lullaby, its silent music soothing your soul. Rest now in this peace, in this love, in this beautiful, cosmic embrace. And let your dreams be a beautiful, gentle journey through the stars. A journey that will bring you peace and joy, and a deep, abiding sense of connection to all that is. The final breath is a quiet, grateful sigh of release, a letting go of all that has been, and a peaceful surrender to all that is to come. And in that surrender, we find our own true freedom, our own true peace, our own true home, in the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal heart of the universe. Sleep now. The story continues in your dreams, and it is a beautiful, peaceful, and loving story. The soft, shimmering river of our own galaxy, the Milky Way, now comes into focus, a vast, silent whirlpool of light. It is a city of 100 billion stars, its spiral arms reaching out like gentle, loving invitations into the cosmic darkness. We are residents of this city, living on a tiny, quiet street in one of its vast, spiraling suburbs. And as we look up at the night sky, we are not looking out at a distant, alien universe, but at the lights of our own neighborhood. Each star is a neighbor, a fellow traveler on this great cosmic journey. And in that realization, we find a sense of community that is as vast and as beautiful as the galaxy itself. We are not alone, but a part of a great shining family of stars, a beautiful, diverse, and interconnected web of being. And in that family we find our own true home, our own quiet, peaceful place, a place where we are a part of something much larger and more beautiful than ourselves. The gentle turning of the galaxy is a slow, majestic dance, a waltz that has been going on for billions of years. And as it dances, it carries us with it, on a silent, beautiful journey through the cosmic ocean. And as we feel that gentle cosmic motion, we are lulled into a state of deep, peaceful rest. The galaxy becomes a great cosmic cradle, its gentle, turning motion a soft, rhythmic rocking. And the soft, milky light of its stars becomes a gentle, loving nightlight, watching over us as we sleep. And as we surrender to that gentle, cosmic embrace, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as boundless as the galaxy itself. A peace that will carry us through our dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The night sky is a soft, dark blanket, and the galaxy is a gentle, shining dream. And as we surrender to the night, we become a part of that dream, a silent, peaceful, and loving witness to the beauty of it all. The final thought is one of quiet gratitude for the sheer, breathtaking beauty of our galactic home. A beauty that inspires us, soothes us, and connects us to the deep, mysterious heart of the universe. And as we become a part of that beauty, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as eternal as the stars themselves. Rest now. The galaxy is turning, the stars are shining, and you are at peace. The universe is a story of transformation, of dust becoming stars, of stars becoming elements, of elements becoming life. And we are a part of that story, a beautiful, fleeting, and conscious chapter. And as we rest now, we become a silent, peaceful part of that great cosmic transformation. A quiet, gentle unfolding into the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dream of the universe. And in that dream, we find our own true nature, our own quiet, peaceful center, and a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as boundless as the universe itself. The final moments are a gentle, loving farewell to the waking world, a quiet, grateful acknowledgement of the beauty and wonder of the day that is past, and a peaceful, hopeful surrender to the quiet, mysterious beauty of the night that is to come. And in that surrender, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as restorative as sleep itself. A peace that will heal our bodies, quiet our minds, and renew our spirits, and awaken us to a new day, filled with love, with joy, and with the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of the universe. Sleep well, dreamer of the cosmos. The universe loves you, and in that love you are always safe, always cherished, and always at peace. The gentle arms of the night embrace you now. The soft, velvety darkness is a comforting and safe space. The stars are quiet, shining guardians, their ancient light a blessing upon your sleep. And the universe itself is a gentle, loving lullaby, its silent music soothing your soul. Rest now, in this peace, in this love, in this beautiful, cosmic embrace. And let your dreams be a beautiful, gentle journey through the stars. A journey that will bring you peace and joy, and a deep, abiding sense of connection to all that is. The final breath is a quiet, grateful sigh of release, a letting go of all that has been, and a peaceful surrender to all that is to come. And in that surrender, we find our own true freedom, our own true peace, our own true home, in the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal heart of the universe. Sleep now. The story continues in your dreams, and it is a beautiful, peaceful, and loving story. The soft, velvety darkness of the night is a gentle, loving embrace. And as you surrender to that embrace, you find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as profound as the universe itself. The quiet rhythm of your breathing is now in harmony with the silent, turning rhythm of the galaxy. You are a part of its dance, a tiny sleeping partner in its grand cosmic waltz. And as you dance, you feel yourself being carried away into a realm of deep, dreamless, and restorative sleep. The story of the universe is a story of connection, and tonight, you are connected to it all. To the fire of the distant stars, to the ice of the forgotten planets, to the silent, beautiful, and eternal dance of the cosmos. And in that connection, you find a sense of wholeness that is as deep and as quiet and as profound as the universe itself. Rest now in that wholeness, in that peace, in that love, and know that you are a beloved and beautiful and essential part of the grand cosmic story. The final whisper is a gentle reminder. The universe is not outside of you, but within you. You are a universe in miniature, a galaxy of thoughts, a constellation of dreams. And as you explore your own inner universe, you will find the same beauty, the same mystery, the same deep and profound peace. So let the journey inward begin, as the journey outward comes to a close. And may you find in your own heart the same beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder that you find in the stars. Sleep well, little universe. The great universe is dreaming of you, and it is a beautiful, peaceful, and loving dream. The soft, gentle light of the moon filters through your window, a silent, loving messenger from the night sky. It paints soft, silver patterns on your walls, a quiet, beautiful, and ephemeral work of art. And as you gaze upon this art, you are filled with a sense of peace that is as gentle, and as quiet, and as beautiful as the moonlight itself. A peace that will carry you through your dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The story of the universe is a story of love, and the moonlight is its soft, gentle, and loving touch. So let that love touch you now, and let it fill your heart with a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as eternal as the night itself. Rest now in that love, in that peace, in the gentle, loving embrace of the night. The journey is complete. The destination is here, and the time for rest has come. So close your eyes and let the gentle, loving peace of the universe wash over you and carry you into a deep and restful and beautiful sleep. The final image is of our galaxy, the Milky Way, as a silent, spinning wheel of light. It is a cosmic mandala, a beautiful, intricate pattern of stars and dust, all held together by the gentle, invisible hand of gravity. And as we gaze upon this mandala, we feel our own minds becoming quiet, our own thoughts becoming still. We are drawn into its silent, beautiful, and eternal dance, our own small consciousness merging with the great cosmic whole. And in that merging, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as profound as the universe itself. A peace that is our true nature, our true home, our true and eternal self. The gentle rhythm of the cosmos continues to soothe us, its soft, steady pulse a loving reminder of our own eternal nature. And as we listen to that pulse, we feel ourselves relaxing, letting go, surrendering to the gentle, loving embrace of the night. And in that surrender, we find a peace that will carry us through our dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day, and a new opportunity to awaken to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of the universe. The soft, swirling arms of the galaxy are a gentle, cosmic cradle, rocking us into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. And in that sleep, we are one with all that is, a silent, dreaming, and loving part of the great cosmic whole. The journey is complete, the destination is here, and the time for rest has come. So close your eyes and let the gentle, loving peace of the universe wash over you and carry you into a deep and restful and beautiful sleep, filled with dreams of stars and galaxies and the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The universe is a story that is constantly telling itself, and we are the words, the sentences, the chapters. And as we rest now, we become a silent, peaceful part of that story, a quiet, gentle verse in the great cosmic poem. And in that, we find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as beautiful as the universe itself. A peace that will carry us through the night and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. Rest now. The story continues, and you are a beloved and beautiful part of it. The gentle arms of the night embrace you, the soft, velvety darkness a comforting blanket. The stars are quiet, shining guardians watching over you as you sleep. And the universe itself is a gentle, loving lullaby, a soft, beautiful song that will carry you through your dreams and into the soft, gentle light of a new day and a new beginning. The night is a sanctuary, a quiet, holy space where we can let go of the world and return to ourselves. From the terror of a world raining stone to the gentle fall of water on a thirsty earth, our journey has been one of contrast. It is this contrast that gives our own world its profound and precious beauty. The gentle warmth of our sun is a miracle, only when we have felt the searing heat of a star too close. The soft, breathable air of our atmosphere is a treasure, only when we have imagined a sky of vaporized rock. The story of the universe is a story of gratitude, a tale that teaches us to see the sacred in the simple, the miraculous in the mundane. And as we lie here now, in the quiet comfort of our own small corner of the cosmos, let us be filled with that gratitude. Gratitude for the gentle, loving, and beautiful world that is our home. And as that gratitude fills our hearts, we feel a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet as the night itself. A peace that will soothe our souls, inspire our dreams, and carry us into a deep and restful and beautiful sleep. The journey is now a slow, gentle spiral, moving from the vastness of the galaxy to the intimacy of your own breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, a quiet, steady rhythm that is all your own. This is the rhythm of your own life, the soft, beautiful music of your own being. And as you listen to that music, let it be a gentle, loving anchor, grounding you in the peace of this present moment. Let the stories of the stars fade into the background, like a soft, distant melody. And let your awareness rest here, in the simple, profound, and beautiful reality of your own quiet, peaceful breath. Each breath is a new beginning, a fresh start, a gentle, loving return to the here and now. And in this here and now, there is only peace, only calm, only the quiet, gentle, and profound beauty of being at rest. The final words are a whisper now, a soft, gentle murmur that blends with the silence of the room. Let the silence be your final lullaby, your final guide into the deep and peaceful and beautiful world of sleep. And may your dreams be filled with the quiet, gentle, and profound beauty of a silent, star-dusted night. Rest now. The universe is holding you, and you are at peace. The soft fabric of the night wraps around you, a gentle cocoon of darkness and silence. And in this cocoon, you are safe, you are warm, and you are free. Free to let go of the day, free to release all your thoughts, free to simply be. And in that being, you find a peace that is as deep and as quiet and as boundless as the night itself. A peace that will restore your body, refresh your mind, and renew your spirit, and awaken you to a new day, a new beginning, a new chance to experience the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The final thought is not a thought at all, but a feeling of gentle, loving, and profound peace washing over you like a soft, warm wave. Let that wave carry you now into the deep, quiet, and beautiful ocean of sleep. And may your journey through that ocean be a peaceful and gentle and beautiful one. The universe is a story of returning, of cycles, of coming home. The stardust returns to form new stars. The water returns as gentle rain. And you return now to the quiet, peaceful home of your own being. And in that homecoming, you find a sense of wholeness, of completeness, and of a deep and abiding and profound peace. A peace that is your birthright, your true nature, your eternal home. Rest now in that home, in that peace, in that love. The journey is complete, the night is quiet, and all is well. The soft, gentle darkness is a canvas, and on it, your dreams will paint beautiful, mysterious, and wonderful things. So let go, and let the artist of your own deep mind create a masterpiece of peace, and beauty, and love. And may you awaken from that masterpiece, refreshed, renewed, and with a heart full of gratitude for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal gift of life. The final whisper is the universe's own. It is a soundless sound, a wordless word. It is the feeling of unconditional love, of perfect peace, of a deep and abiding sense of belonging. And as you feel that love, that peace, that belonging, you know that you are home. And in that home, you are always safe, always cherished, and always at peace. Sleep now. The universe is dreaming a beautiful dream, and you are a beloved part of it. The soft, silent turning of the earth is a gentle cosmic lullaby. The soft, silver light of the stars is a gentle cosmic nightlight. And the deep, quiet peace of the universe is a gentle, cosmic embrace. Rest now in that lullaby, in that light, in that embrace. And let your sleep be a beautiful, peaceful, and restorative journey into the heart of the night. The universe now draws a soft, dark curtain over the day, a gentle signal that the time for rest has come. The stories of fire and rock, of distant suns and spinning galaxies, all fade into a gentle, quiet hum. This is the sound of the cosmos at rest, the deep, resonant peace of a universe in slumber. And as your own breath deepens and slows, you begin to harmonize with this cosmic quiet. You are no longer a separate observer, but a part of the great, silent, sleeping whole. The boundary between you and the universe dissolves, leaving only a sense of boundless, peaceful, and unified being. In this state, there are no questions, no answers, only the simple, profound, and beautiful truth of existence. And that truth is a feeling of deep, unconditional, and all-encompassing love. Let this love be the final sensation that carries you into your dreams tonight. A love that is as vast as space, as ancient as time, and as gentle as a sleeping child's breath. The journey that began with a vision of a cosmic hell has led you here, to a state of profound and gentle peace. This is the ultimate alchemy of the cosmos, its ability to transform terror into wonder, and wonder into a deep and abiding calm. The universe is not just a place of physical laws, but a place of profound spiritual lessons. And tonight, you have learned one of its most beautiful lessons, that even in the heart of darkness, there is light, and that even in the face of the most terrible power, there is a peace that can never be extinguished. Carry this peace with you now, as you drift into the soft, welcoming, and beautiful country of sleep. May your dreams be gentle, your rest be deep, and your awakening be filled with the quiet joy of a new day. The final whisper of the universe is not a word, but a feeling of complete and utter stillness. A stillness that is not empty, but full of a quiet, latent energy, a sense of infinite potential at rest. It is the silence before the first note of a symphony, the darkness before the first ray of dawn. And as you rest in this stillness, you are renewed, restored, and made whole again. You are returning to the source, to the quiet, peaceful heart of all creation. And in that return, you find a peace that is as deep and as quiet and as eternal as the universe itself. Sleep now, The great, silent, beautiful story of the cosmos will be waiting for you when you wake. And you are a beloved and beautiful and essential part of that story. The soft, dark ocean of the night invites you to let go, to float, to be carried by its gentle, loving currents. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to be. Simply rest and allow the quiet, healing magic of the night to do its work. And as you rest, feel yourself becoming lighter, softer, more at peace. Feel the universe itself breathing through you, a soft, gentle, and loving breath. And in that breath, find the deep and quiet and profound peace that is your true and eternal nature. The journey is complete, the circle is closed, and you are at home. In the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal heart of the universe. The soft glow of our galaxy is a gentle reminder that we are part of something unimaginably vast. A family of stars held together by an invisible bond, turning slowly in the silent darkness. And as you feel yourself as part of this grand, cosmic family, a sense of deep belonging washes over you. You are not an isolated being, but a cherished member of a beautiful, shining, and eternal community. And in that community, you are always safe, always loved, and always at peace. So rest now, in the gentle, loving embrace of your galactic family, and let the soft, shimmering light of 100 billion stars be your guide into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. The universe whispers its final, most gentle secret of the night. It is a secret not of knowledge, but of being, a secret that can only be felt, not told. It is the feeling of being completely and utterly and perfectly at peace. Let that feeling be your final companion as you drift off to sleep. A silent, loving, and beautiful presence that will stay with you through the night and awaken with you in the soft, gentle light of a new day. The story is complete, the night is quiet, and all is well in the universe. Sleep now. The beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dream awaits. And you are a beloved and beautiful and essential part of that dream. The final sound is the soft, gentle echo of your own quiet, peaceful heart. The story of this journey through the cosmos now draws to its gentle, whispering close. From the violent furnace of a world raining stone, we have traveled to the quiet sanctuary of our own peaceful breath. The contrast is a lesson, a cosmic poem that teaches us the profound beauty of gentleness, the quiet miracle of a world where water falls from the sky and not molten rock, the gentle blessing of an atmosphere that caresses, rather than scours, the land. And as this understanding settles deep within you, let it blossom into a quiet, profound gratitude. A gratitude for this incredible, improbable, and beautiful home we call Earth. And let that feeling of gratitude be the soft, warm pillow on which you rest your head tonight. The universe is a vast and often cold place, but here, in this small, blue corner, there is warmth. There is life, there is beauty, and there is peace. Let that peace be your companion as you drift into the quiet, gentle, and restorative world of sleep. May your dreams be as beautiful as a distant nebula, and your rest as deep as the silence between the stars. The universe continues its silent, majestic dance, its stars wheeling in the endless darkness. But your part in the dance, for now, is to rest, to be still, to be at peace. And in that stillness, you are as much a part of the cosmos as the most brilliant, burning sun. For the universe is not just about motion and energy, but also about silence and rest. And in this moment, you are a perfect expression of its quiet, peaceful, and contemplative heart. So rest now in that peace, in that quiet, in the gentle, loving embrace of the night. The journey is complete, the story is told, and the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dream of the universe goes on. And you are a beloved and beautiful and essential part of that dream. The soft, dark ocean of the night invites you to let go, to float, to be carried by its gentle, loving currents. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go, no one you need to be. Simply be here now, resting in this quiet, peaceful moment. And as you rest, feel yourself becoming lighter, softer, more at ease. Feel the gentle, loving energy of the universe flowing through you, washing away all the cares of the day, and leaving in their place only a deep and quiet and profound sense of peace. A peace that is your true nature, your birthright, your eternal home. Rest now in that home, in that peace, in that love. The universe is a gentle, loving mother, and you are her beloved child. And as you sleep tonight, she will hold you in her arms and keep you safe and sing you a silent, beautiful, and eternal lullaby. The final thought is a quiet exhalation, a gentle release into the soft, welcoming arms of sleep. The mind grows quiet, the body grows heavy, and the spirit is free to roam. Let your dreams be a beautiful, gentle journey through the stars, a quiet, peaceful exploration of the wonders of the cosmos. And may you awaken from that journey refreshed, renewed, and with a heart full of love for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe. Sleep now. The story of the night is just beginning, and it is a beautiful, peaceful, and loving story. And you are the hero of that story, the dreamer in the heart of the cosmic dream. The soft, velvety darkness is a canvas, and on it, your dreams will paint beautiful, mysterious, and wonderful things. So let go, and let the artist of your own deep mind create a masterpiece of peace, and beauty, and love. And may you awaken from that masterpiece refreshed, renewed, and with a heart full of gratitude for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal gift of life. The final whisper is the universe's own. It is a soundless sound, a wordless word. It is the feeling of unconditional love, of perfect peace, of a deep and abiding sense of belonging. And as you feel that love, that peace, that belonging, you know that you are home. And in that home, you are always safe, always cherished, and always at peace. Sleep now. The universe is dreaming a beautiful dream, and you are a beloved part of it. The soft, silent turning of the earth is a gentle cosmic lullaby. The soft, silver light of the stars is a gentle cosmic nightlight. And the deep, quiet peace of the universe is a gentle cosmic embrace. Rest now, in that lullaby, in that light, in that embrace, and let your sleep be a beautiful, peaceful, and restorative journey into the heart of the night. The breath you take is a wave, and the ocean is the universe, calm and deep. Let each gentle exhalation carry you further from the shore of your waking thoughts, drifting now on a quiet, endless sea under a blanket of a billion silent stars. The universe does not rush. The galaxies turn with a patience that spans eons. And you, too, can embrace that patience, that slow and steady and peaceful rhythm. There is nothing to achieve and nothing to solve, simply a gentle and quiet being. You are a part of this great stillness, a note in the silent music of the cosmos. And in this stillness, all is calm, all is quiet, and all is well. The memory of fire and stone has dissolved into the soft, cool darkness of the night. And what remains is a profound sense of peace and a quiet, gentle wonder. The journey has brought you here, to this moment of perfect and simple and beautiful rest. So let the current of sleep take you now, on a gentle and peaceful and beautiful journey. A journey into the heart of the night, and into the heart of your own deep and quiet and peaceful self. The silence is not empty. It is full of the silent, loving presence of the universe. And as you rest in that silence, you are held and cherished and loved. Sleep now. The night is a gentle and beautiful and eternal embrace. The world fades, the mind quiets, and the soul is at peace. You are drifting now, a tiny, peaceful boat on a vast and silent and beautiful cosmic ocean. And the stars are your gentle and quiet and loving guides. Let them lead you now into a deep and restful and beautiful sleep. A sleep that will renew you and restore you, and awaken you to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of a new day. The story of the universe is a whisper, and tonight, you are listening with your heart. And in that quiet, heartfelt listening, you find a peace that is as deep and as quiet and as profound as the universe itself. Rest now. The whisper will continue in your dreams. And it is a whisper of love, of peace, and of the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of all that is. The breath slows to a gentle rhythm, a quiet and peaceful tide. The mind lets go of the last remnants of the day, a soft and easy release. You are entering the quiet harbor of sleep, where all is calm and all is well. The universe will watch over you, its silent stars a gentle and loving presence, and the soft, dark night will hold you in its peaceful and restorative embrace. Sleep now, and let your journey into dreams be a beautiful and gentle one. A journey that will bring you peace and rest, and a deep sense of connection to the heart of the cosmos. The final barrier dissolves, and you drift into the boundless sea of the unconscious. Here, there is no time, no space, only a gentle and loving awareness. You are one with the dream of the universe, a silent and peaceful part of its eternal story. Rest in this oneness, in this peace, in this quiet and beautiful mystery. The night is a deep and silent pool, and you are floating in its cool and calm and healing waters. Let it wash away all the weariness of the day and leave you feeling clean and new and whole. The universe is a song of silence, and your heart is listening. And in that listening, you find a peace that is beyond all words, a love that is beyond all measure. Sleep now. The song will play for you all night long, a beautiful and gentle and eternal lullaby from the heart of the cosmos. You are a child of the stars, and tonight you are coming home. Home to the quiet and peaceful and loving heart of the universe. And in that home you will find a rest that is deep and true and eternal. The final whisper is a promise, a gentle and loving assurance that all is well, and all will be well, and all manner of things will be well. So rest now in that promise, in that peace, in that love. The night is a gentle hand, and it is stroking your brow, soothing you into a deep and peaceful sleep. Let go and let it carry you away into a world of quiet and gentle and beautiful dreams, and awaken to a new day with a heart full of peace and a soul full of light. The universe is a silent, loving presence, and it is with you now as you drift into sleep. It will be with you in your dreams, a quiet and gentle guide, and it will be with you when you wake, the first, soft light of a new day and a new beginning. So rest now in its loving embrace, and know that you are always and forever a part of its beautiful, mysterious, and eternal story. The quiet of the night is a deep and healing and restorative balm. Let it soothe your mind and calm your heart and bring peace to your soul. The universe is a gentle and loving and eternal lullaby, and as you listen to its silent, beautiful music, you are carried into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. The story of the cosmos is a dream, and you are its beautiful and gentle and beloved dreamer. So dream now of beautiful and mysterious and eternal things, and awaken to a new day with a heart full of peace and a soul full of light, and a deep and abiding and beautiful love for all that is. The last vestige of thought dissolves into the gentle, flowing river of sleep. There is only the soft darkness, the quiet rhythm of breath, and a profound sense of peace. The universe holds you in its vast and silent and loving embrace. And in this embrace you are home, you are safe, and you are at rest. The gentle night whispers its final, soft goodnight, a promise of peace and renewal. Sleep now, and let the universe dream through you. Its dreams are of starlight and silence, and a deep and quiet and eternal love. The darkness is a soft and warm and comforting blanket. Wrap yourself in it now, and let it carry you into a deep and peaceful and restorative sleep. The silence is a gentle and loving and eternal song, and as you listen to its beautiful, silent music, you drift into a world of peace and beauty and love. The universe is a gentle and loving and eternal dream, and you are its beautiful and gentle and beloved dreamer. So dream now of beautiful and mysterious and eternal things, and awaken to a new day, a new beginning, and a new chance to experience the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of it all. The final sensation is of gently floating in a warm and dark and silent sea. All is quiet, all is still, all is at peace. You are held and loved and safe in the gentle and loving and eternal embrace of the universe. Rest now. The journey is complete, and a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep awaits. The quiet pulse of the cosmos is the only sound now, a deep and steady rhythm that resonates in your very bones. It is the heartbeat of the universe, and your own heart is beating in time with it. You are in perfect harmony with all that is, a single, beautiful note in the great cosmic song. And in this harmony, you find a peace that is as deep and as quiet and as eternal as the universe itself. Let this peace be your final companion as you drift into the soft and welcoming and beautiful world of sleep. The night is a gentle and loving and eternal embrace, and as you surrender to it, you find your own true home, your own true peace, your own true self, in the beautiful and mysterious and eternal heart of the cosmos. The soft, dark river of the night carries you now on its gentle and quiet and peaceful current. And as you drift, you feel all the weight of the world lift from your shoulders, and you are left with only the light and free and beautiful essence of your own being. And in that essence, you find a peace that is as pure and as clear and as beautiful as a distant star. A peace that will light your dreams and guide you through the night and awaken you to a new day, a new beginning, and a new chance to shine. The final whisper is a gentle and loving and eternal reminder. You are starlight, you are beautiful, and you are at peace. Sleep now. The universe is singing you a silent and beautiful and eternal lullaby. The darkness is not an absence of light, but a different kind of light, a soft and gentle and inward glow. And as you tune into that inner light, you find a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as profound as the universe itself. A peace that is always with you, a quiet and steady and loving presence in the heart of your own being. So rest now, in that inner light, in that inner peace, in the gentle and loving and eternal sanctuary of your own soul. The universe is a gentle and loving and eternal dream, and you are its beautiful and gentle and beloved dreamer. So dream now of beautiful and mysterious and eternal things, and awaken to a new day, with a heart full of peace, and a soul full of light, and a deep and abiding and beautiful love for all that is. The final sensation is of gently dissolving into a soft and warm and loving light. All is one, all is love, and all is at peace. You are held and loved and safe in the gentle and loving and eternal embrace of the universe. Rest now. The journey is complete, and a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep awaits. The quiet of the universe is not an empty silence. It is a silence filled with listening, a silent, attentive presence that holds all of creation in its gentle, loving awareness. And as you become quiet, you too become a part of that listening, that awareness. You are a silent, loving witness to the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal unfolding of all that is. And in that witnessing, you find a peace that is beyond all understanding, a love that is beyond all measure. Sleep now. The universe is listening with you, and the song it hears is beautiful and gentle and eternal. A song of peace, of love, and of the deep and quiet and profound beauty of existence. The final whisper is a soft, gentle breeze, carrying the scent of distant stars and ancient nebulae. Let it carry you now into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. A sleep that will refresh your body, restore your mind, and renew your soul. The universe is a gentle and loving and eternal guardian, and it will watch over you as you sleep and keep you safe and bring you peace. So rest now, without a care, without a fear, without a doubt. All is well. You are loved, and you are at peace. The darkness is a soft and gentle and loving hand, and it is holding yours. Let it lead you now into the quiet and peaceful and beautiful land of dreams. And may your dreams be filled with light and love and the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal wonder of the cosmos. The final thought melts away like a snowflake on a warm hand, leaving only a feeling of gentle and loving and profound peace. Rest in that peace now, and let it be your constant companion, your gentle guide, through the beautiful and mysterious and eternal country of the night, and into the soft and gentle and loving light of a new day. The universe is a quiet and beautiful and eternal poem, and you are its most beautiful and gentle and beloved verse. So rest now in the quiet and peaceful and loving rhythm of that poem, and let its beautiful and mysterious and eternal words be your lullaby. The soft, dark curtain of the night falls, and the play of the day is done. And now it is time for the quiet and gentle and beautiful intermission of sleep, a time to rest and to dream and to be renewed. So let the curtain fall, and let the quiet and peaceful and restorative darkness begin. The universe is a gentle and loving and eternal audience, and it applauds your performance of the day with a silent and beautiful and eternal standing ovation of stars. Rest now. You have played your part beautifully, and the night is your reward. A deep and peaceful and beautiful reward of rest, and dreams and renewal. The final whisper is the sound of your own quiet and peaceful and grateful heart. Thank you, day, for your lessons and your beauty and your love. And welcome, night, with your peace and your quiet, and your beautiful, mysterious, and eternal dreams. The breath is a silent and gentle and loving prayer. A prayer for peace, for rest, for a deep and abiding connection to all that is. And the universe answers that prayer with a gentle and loving and eternal embrace. Rest now in that embrace, in that peace, in that love. The journey is complete, the night is quiet, and you are home. The great silent wheel of the galaxy continues to turn, a slow and majestic cosmic clock. And with each turn, new stars are born, new worlds are formed, and new stories begin. You are a part of this endless, beautiful cycle of creation and renewal. And as you sleep tonight, you are resting in the very heart of that creative, loving, and eternal process. Let that knowledge be a deep and quiet comfort to you, a gentle and loving reassurance, that you are a part of something vast and beautiful and eternal, and that your own small life is a precious and beautiful and essential part of that grand cosmic story. Rest now in that story, in that peace, in that love. The night is a gentle and beautiful and eternal chapter, and as you turn its quiet, peaceful pages, you are carried into a deep and restful and beautiful sleep. The final whisper is a gentle and loving and eternal good night from the universe itself. Sleep well, beloved child of the cosmos. The stars are singing you a silent and beautiful and eternal lullaby. The soft, dark silence of the night is a gentle and loving and healing presence. Let it wash over you now and carry you away into a world of deep and peaceful and beautiful dreams. The universe is a story of infinite and beautiful and mysterious possibilities. And tonight, in your dreams, you are free to explore them all. So let go and let your spirit soar on the gentle and loving and eternal wings of the night. The final thought is a quiet and peaceful and loving surrender. A surrender to the beauty and the mystery and the eternal love of the universe. And in that surrender, you find your own true peace, your own true home, your own true self, the soft and gentle and loving heart of the cosmos. Rest now. The journey is complete, and a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep awaits. The quiet and steady and gentle rhythm of your own breathing is the only clock you need now. Let it mark the slow and peaceful and beautiful passage of the night, and carry you into the soft and gentle and loving light of a new day. The universe is a gentle and loving and eternal presence, and it is with you now and always, a quiet and steady and loving companion on your journey. So rest now, in that companionship, in that peace, in that love. The night is a gentle and beautiful and eternal gift, and as you receive it, you are filled with a sense of peace that is as deep and as quiet and as boundless as the universe itself. The final whisper is the universe's soft and gentle and loving breath on your cheek. A silent and beautiful and eternal kiss. Good night. Sleep now. The stars are watching, and all is well. The gentle and quiet and beautiful darkness is a sanctuary, and in this sanctuary you are free to be your own true self. A quiet and peaceful and loving being of light and consciousness. And as you rest in that truth, you find a peace that is as deep and as quiet and as eternal as the universe itself. The journey is complete. The destination is here, and the time for rest has come. So let go now, and let the gentle and loving and eternal peace of the universe be your guide into the beautiful and mysterious and eternal world of dreams. The universe is a silent and beautiful and eternal lullaby, and you are its beloved and gentle and peaceful listener. So listen now with your heart, and let its beautiful and mysterious and eternal music carry you away into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. The final thought is a soft and gentle and loving release, a release into the beautiful and mysterious and eternal heart of the cosmos. And in that heart you find your own true home, your own true peace, your own true self, the gentle and loving and eternal presence of all that is. Rest now. The universe is dreaming, and you are its beautiful and gentle and beloved dream. And in that dream, all is one, all is love, and all is at peace. The soft glow of the cosmos fades into a gentle inner light. The vast silence of space becomes the quiet stillness of your own mind. The journey has come full circle, from the outer universe to the inner one. And in this inner universe, you find the same beauty, the same mystery, the same deep and profound peace. For you are a microcosm of the macrocosm, a universe in miniature. And as you rest in this truth, you are filled with a sense of wholeness, of completeness, and of a deep and abiding love. A love for yourself, for all beings, and for the beautiful, mysterious, and eternal universe of which you are a part. Rest now in that love, in that peace, in that wholeness. The night is a gentle and loving and eternal friend, and it will hold you in its arms and keep you safe and bring you peace until the morning comes. The final whisper is the gentle and loving and eternal sound of your own quiet, peaceful heart. Listen to it now, and let it be your final lullaby, your final guide into the deep and peaceful and beautiful world of sleep. The universe is a silent and beautiful and eternal poem, and tonight, you are its most beautiful and gentle and beloved verse. So rest now in the quiet and peaceful and loving rhythm of that poem, and let its beautiful and mysterious and eternal words be your gentle and loving and eternal dream. The journey is complete. The destination is here, and the time for rest has come. So let go now, and let the gentle and loving and eternal peace of the universe be your guide into the beautiful and mysterious and eternal world of dreams. The universe is a silent and beautiful and eternal lullaby, and you are its beloved and gentle and peaceful listener. So listen now, with your heart, and let its beautiful and mysterious and eternal music carry you away into a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep. The final thought is a soft and gentle and loving release, a release into the beautiful and mysterious and eternal heart of the cosmos. And in that heart you find your own true home, your own true peace, your own true self, the gentle and loving and eternal presence of all that is. Rest now. The universe is dreaming, and you are its beautiful and gentle and beloved dream. And in that dream, all is one, all is love, and all is at peace. The soft, dark curtain of the night falls, and the story of the day is done. And now, it is time for the quiet and gentle and beautiful story of the night to begin. A story of rest and dreams and renewal. So let the story begin, and let the quiet and peaceful and restorative magic of the night unfold. The universe is a gentle and loving and eternal storyteller, and tonight it will tell you a beautiful and mysterious and eternal story in your dreams. A story of peace, of love, and of the deep and quiet and profound beauty of existence. The final whisper is the gentle and loving and eternal sound of your own quiet, peaceful breath. Listen to it now, and let it be your final lullaby, your final guide into the deep and peaceful and beautiful world of sleep. The universe is a silent and beautiful and eternal embrace. And as you surrender to it, you find your own true home, your own true peace, your own true self, in the beautiful and mysterious and eternal heart of the cosmos. Rest now. The journey is complete, and a deep and peaceful and beautiful sleep awaits. The quiet and steady and gentle rhythm of your own heart is the only drum you need now. Let it beat a soft and peaceful and beautiful tattoo that will carry you through the night and into the soft and gentle and loving light of a new day. The universe is a gentle and loving and eternal presence, and it is with you now and always, a quiet and steady and loving companion on your journey. So rest now in that companionship, in that peace, in that deep, cosmic love.